eat now. We have noted that we've not eaten anything. That's the worry. Okay. All right. Let's try and wrap up. We were talking about interference and complaints before the break, and that all the interferences and all the issues that you face were brought to the commissioners'
attention.
Sometimes it was the chair, a lot of times it was Commissioner Abiosi George, and sometimes it was Commissioner Sen. And the response that was given to you was to ignore the petty issues, correct?
And to concentrate on the work.
Because
time was not on their side.
But did you communicate that this is affecting your concentration of your work? That the interference is affecting the concentration of your work?
Indeed it was.
And that was communicated to them?
That is what is happening now. That is the main reason why I am very suspecting about the sales. When I don't know anything about the sales. Hadn't been the case that, this council was interfering in the sales of that known what exactly was going on, especially on site during the sale.
Yes, but your evidence here today is not limited to the sale. We are speaking of your tenure.
It lasted for only 9 months.
9 months is a lot. A human being is conceived in 9 months. See how much magic can happen in 9 months. And 9 months is a long time, sir. So it's not particularly your sales, but your entire tenure. And we want to know everything. So did you tell them that it was interfering with your work?
I didn't.
And what did they say, that you just ignore?
Just concentrate on the work.
Yes, but
because time was not on their side.
My question was that, did you tell them that it is interfering with your concentration of your work?
I just decided to ignore them and concentrate on what I was doing. Because I am the type that cannot easily be moved when I'm carrying out my duties. That one I know I'm strong in.
That's good. Did you complain? Yes.
Can you interject just?
Thank you, Chair. Ms. Sir.
Yes, Andrew.
Yes. You are talking about interference.
Yes, Andrew.
Based on the correspondence I'm having, it seems you knew about the factory sales years before they were conducted. Is that correct?
Honorable, I said it, yes. Because the letters that were sent to the media house, I was the one that was asked to send out these letters.
Yes.
Yes, and I also wrote to the Accountant General's office.
In fact, you didn't only write to the Accountant General's office, but on the 3rd of August, you wrote a letter to Riders for Help.
Riders?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you recall that?
Like I said, I wrote
I
so
will
many
read,
letters.
I will read the letter to you.
Please,
then after that,
all right.
I will ask my question. The letter you wrote to the country director of Riders for Health is a request for valuation of vehicles. And in the second paragraph of the letter, you said, as requested, please find attached photos of the list of the vehicles to the auction. Please note that tractors and their accessories as well as horses are to be excluded. This was the 3rd of August. What this letter is telling us is that you know everything that was happening in the commission.
Yes, because I used to report to the commissioners on a daily basis, and then from there they will assign me on what to do.
And as I did this time, you knew very well that there was no need to do evaluation for the tractors, correct?
Yes,
this was the 3rd of August.
Yes, but that was coming from there.
That was coming from the commission.
Yes.
Now let's look at your
because
letter.
I cannot send out anything without.
Okay, and let's look at your letter dated 7th of August 2015, which you made reference to earlier. That is the letter to the Accountant General. And I'll read the subject. It said request for copies, counting machines, etc. for the upcoming tractor sale. And of particular interest here is the second paragraph. And I'll read that in full. But first, do you remember writing a letter to the accountant general?
I submitted a copy here.
Yes, but did you remember writing that letter to
Yes.
the accountant general?
Yes, because I also have a copy in my own file.
Your own file.
Yeah.
So I will read the second paragraph and I will
Okay.
ask the concern.
Okay.
Okay? The second paragraph is, in view of the foregoing, we hereby request your confirmation that the accountant general's office will provide us with cashiers with counting machines for the upcoming tractor sales due to commence soon.
Yeah.
Were those your
was,
words?
that was from Commissioner Abio.
No, I'm asking you. Were
Yes.
those your words?
Yes. That was from Commissioner George.
What I'm asking is,
Yes.
what I've just read,
Yes.
is that part of the letter
Yes.
you wrote to the accountant general?
General's office. Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
And what does that say? What does it indicate? Does it indicate a comprehensive knowledge of the tractor sales or not?
It cannot be a comprehensive knowledge because I was only asked to issue out that letter to the accountant general's office.
Do
And
not,
they were the ones telling me include X, Y, Z in the letter.
so based on your submission,
I used to have my draft where I was asked to be taken leave in order to be used to type and issue out those letters. I used to have my draft.
this communication, was it during a meeting that conclusions will be reached and we will write to these various stakeholders, or were you just someone in past?
I was just someone in person because it was part of my routine, daily routine, morning routine to them.
Who said to this instruction?
This was from Abioso.
This was
Do you
from
remember?
Abioso.
Yes.
And was that the indication that X commission call you and give you instructions, then you follow it?
Honorable, the way I see it, I was asked to report to the commissioners.
You were asked to report to the commission.
Commissioners, yes.
And then you can execute on behalf of the commission when a particular commissioner tells you anything.
They were together. They were together.
Now, ask you the question
Three-
again.
oh,
What I
sorry.
asked earlier was, this communication that you did,
Yes.
was it derived after a meeting that was conducted with all the commissioners, or you were just called
Yes, I was called. I was called by them.
by them? Who and who were present?
The three of them. They were
All of
always
them were
together.
there.
Yes.
So this
They
was
were
the
always
conclusion
together. Yes.
after a meeting.
I cannot call it a meeting. Yes, a meeting.
Since all of them were present.
Since all of them were present. Yes.
After this particular meeting and this instruction, were you called by any of the commissioners or the lead counsel and given specific instructions to carry you to gather the case?
Aside from this one, I can't recall any order.
You can't recall any order.
Any order. Yes.
And you want us to believe that you were engaged in a dispatch of proceedings to the media house. You equally want us to believe
Yes.
that.
In fact, I have.
No,
copies.
allow me to complete. You equally want us to believe that you were involved in writing to the accountant general to give you accountants, counting machines, and any other material that might be needed. But when the actual sales started, you were not involved, but the lead counsel hijacked. Is that what you want us to do?
Honorable, there's nowhere that you can see my name before.
Yes, that's true.
Yes. The still, I was not part of
Why
the
do
sale.
you think the lead counsel took you out from the entire process when the sales was about to start? Why?
Because we are reporting to her on a daily basis.
Allow me to. These two reporting to her is a different case.
Yes.
They were your staff,
Yes.
and there is no way that you written a memo against them other than the verbal complaint given. Now we want to know, why do you think that the lead counsel positioned herself in such a way that you were totally sidelined and she took care of the entire sales process of the factory. Why?
Honorable, with due respect, the two we are directly reporting to the lead council on a daily basis. Even their daily report, they were calling the lead council on a daily basis.
Did the lead council ever call you with regards to any property, be it tractors, vehicles, landed properties, or any assets that belong to the former person? Ever called you and discussed something around it?
No, Honorable.
So what motive will she have to hijack the process from you? You just want to understand.
To my understanding, the lead council should have waited for the report to come. Everything should have been, at the hands of the secretariat. The coordination and everything should have been at the level of the secretariat. From scratch up till the end of the completion of the whole exercise. And then they will submit a report to the secretary. And the secretary.
I don't intend to spend your time. This is not my session. So the lead council. I just want to say something. You see, Alaji Mamadi Pura established this fact with regard to the factors and the express interest that was advanced by the lead council, which he objected, leading to what? The termination of his tenure. Which means at least there was a motive. Altogether. Now you've told us that the lead council equally interfered in your operation. You want to know why. We know that every correspondence should have come through you.
I don't.
Allow me. Every correspondence should have come through you.
Yes.
Those two staff should have reported to you.
Exactly.
According to your testimonies, they were not. He was the one running the show. He was the one doing the coordination. Now we want to know why. You were the one who was in the commission.
Exactly.
So now tell us, what was her motive? Why did she hijack the program?
All due respect and favor, that was not her area.
Can you say it again?
That was not her area.
That was not
her area.
But it's established.
Yes.
That was not her area.
Yes.
Now what we want to know is, why was she stepping into your territory?
That's the interference that I'm talking about.
Now I know why lead counsel finds it very difficult. You see? So every action dies in it. What was pushing her to do that? Because now you cannot just tell us she was interfering. She was doing A, she was doing B. You never wrote any formal mail. You never protested in any way. There is no evidence forwarded. So now, what we want to know is, why do you think they allowed you to be part of all the pre-sale stuff? Writing messages, writing to other stakeholders, ensuring that valuation was done, ensuring that people from the Accountant General Department were dispatched, up to the time of sale. But the moment the sales was about to commence, they took you out of the entire process. And the lead counsel, according to your testimony, was the one who coordinated the sales with your staff. Why?
Honorable, I think that's a question. Can I?
No.
I think it's a question to be answered by the lead counsel. His invitation, yes. I think
No, you have a greater role to answer that question. Because, you know why? It was your responsibility to execute that sale.
that's what I wanted.
Allow me. You had the mandate and the authority. And there is no way that you've written formally to the commissioners to complain about the interference about the interferences of the lead counsel. Now you have the opportunity to tell us. Why was it that your staff were not even sitting in your office? They were always in your office. In your own words, you described the relationship between your staff and her as they were the darling of what? The lead counsel.
Yes, I said.
In your own words, you said that there was lot of what? Interference. Lots of interference. You know, you have to also see it. Now, a simple question. Why do you think that the lead counsel was more comfortable with your staff and not you?
One of the reasons could be like my staff members were part of the sales well before I joined the commission, before I moved to the commission. That's what I want to do. And again, I want to believe that she wanted me to hijack the whole thing, because if my staff, my subordinate, my assistant secretaries were at loggerheads with me, how could they report to me or be giving me feedback? Who was between us?
Why do you think she wanted to and eventually hijack the entire practice?
That's exactly what she wanted to do with Tura.
Okay.
That's what she started with Tura, and wanted to continue with it. So I had to lodge a complaint against her to the commissioner. But I was asked to concentrate on the work.
But unfortunately, with Kurang, she didn't succeed. Because Kurang protested and his service was terminated.
Yes, he did.
But with you, she did. And unfortunately, again, for you, there is no evidence we have in front of us that will speak to the fact that you did report her action. There is no way.
And I did to the commissioner. I did.
Finally, just the last question. You keep saying that you never saw the report. But why was it that after being instructed to write to the Accountant General to effect the transfer of the 13 million to the accounts of the Jammeh Commission, after writing the letter, why didn't you write to the commission, to the chairman of the Jammeh Commission, and bring to his notice that the 13 million you are referencing to, I have not seen it. Why didn't you do that?
Yes, you're right. I should have at least, yes, write to the chairperson of the commission.
After failing to do that, did you confront your own staff with regard to the report? Did you confront them again?
Again, no.
Yeah.
Again, no. Because I made several attempts to get the report from them, and they kept telling me it will be submitted.
You asked for a report, it was never submitted to you, and now you have every indication that the report was submitted, but you failed to follow up on it. Why?
Like
And
I
why?
said,
What? Okay. Yes.
I repeatedly asked for a copy of the report, but it was not given. They kept telling me, yes, it will be submitted, yes, it will be submitted. Until when I saw these two copies at the secretariat. It should have been submitted immediately after, or immediately when I asked for submission of the report.
That was your response to the lead counsel. The final question is, in one of your responses to the lead counsel, with regards to who is the author of the comprehensive skills report on this subject, your response was, I want to believe that the report was her idea. Her here, you are referencing the lead counsel.
Yes.
It's commitment to that.
Yes.
Why? Why do you say that?
Because they were giving her feedback on a daily basis.
How do you compare?
And yes, whenever I asked for a copy of the report, they kept telling me, yes, it will be submitted, it will be submitted.
No. What we are speaking to.
Because they were in contact with the lead counsel, they were discussing about the issue of the report. So it was not submitted until after that discussion and the report.
Okay. It's your
And I also know what they can do. What they can do.
Can you say that again?
I know what they can do.
You know
Yes.
what
They can do. Yes.
Ms. Clark, the issue is that you are giving us so much information, but substantially, you are not giving us anything to hold on. You said the format and the idea of the reporting belongs to the leader. And again, you are saying you know what they can do. That speaks to a deeper conspiracy. Now, if I ask you about examples, are you in a position to give us one? Just one. If you say you know what they can do, can you give us one example that draws you to make that?
During my tenure, I was the only one writing the letters, issuing out the letters from the council. Where were they? They were always to be looked at.
Yeah, because you were not putting them to task. You were running away from responsibility. You were that, allow me, you were that boss who had a soft spot, who would just complain on the corridors. And when Miss Abiose tells you, forget it, concentrate on the job, you let it go. You allow your junior staff to come to work, do nothing, and they get paid. So do I blame them for that? I don't blame them for that. But again, that doesn't speak to the deeper conspiracy you were referring to. You said you know what they can do. Those are strong words.
Even if I ask them to pick a particular letter, they will not. And like I said earlier on, I wouldn't want anything to do with.
What work were they doing? What work were they doing for the lead council? Can you give us straight?
All what I can tell right now is about the traffic sales.
In the tractor phase, what work were they doing for the lead council?
They were always in and out of the lead council's office.
I don't know, you said they were giving her feedback.
Yes, feedback from the field. I was told.
Who told you?
Colleagues now.
Colleagues. What did they tell you?
Secretariat.
What did they tell you?
They were in conference, they were always calling the lead council from the side.
But can you tell
Giving
us?
her feedback.
Can you tell us one
about
thing?
how the spills were going on.
Can you tell us one thing that you can recollect from what your colleagues told you that they informed you? One thing you can.
About the spills.
In
Like
their
how the
submission,
spills was going on.
in their submission, both of them, they never reference the lead council.
They will not.
reference, allow me, they reference Ms. Abiose. Am I right in that lead council? When I say lead council, I don't mean Diba, I mean Mrs.
Yes,
Amitan.
I understand.
They never reference Ms. Amitan Suda. They always reference Abiose. And that surprises me. They said Abiose, and you said Amitan Suda. Why is that? Why is it that they never said they were getting instructions from the
They were not like I said. They were like the babies.
So it is your submission.
I was there, and I know what was happening.
Yeah, I'm closing. It is your submission that the entire sales activity was coordinated by Amitan Suda
Yes.
when it
yes,
was
I'm
supposed
doing
to be you.
Yes,
And
the secretariat, yes.
it's equally your submission that Team A, Team 1, which was led by Keba Bojang, and Team 2, which was led by Mr. Drame, were given feedback to Ms. Amitan Suda instead of you, Mr. Makulai Sabi Secretary.
I said it this morning, yes.
And is it equally your submission that the nature in which the report was prepared was the idea of Ms. Amitan Suda? No. No, not by nodding.
Yes, yes.
That's your submission.
Yes.
Okay, lead counsel back to you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, counsel.
We will continue from here. I have gotten a taste of what you were telling us earlier on, that someone came and usurped your power. And I've gotten a little taste of it. What do you think? But the honorable member made a good point, and I was getting to that point, but I want you to look at RS 69. I believe the document is before you.
Yeah.
Look at RS 69. That is the document the honorable member was referring to. Have you found it? Okay. You see, RS 69 is a response to a formal complaint lodged by the former secretary. See, the point the honorable member made, I believe he successfully made the point, is that you are a secretary, you are a person of record. And,
Yes,
if you had complained once or twice verbally and nobody heeded, what you should have done was to put it in writing as Mr. Furange. And you can see the reason why I point you to RS 69 is that it involved a response. And once you had formalized it or put it on paper, it would have warranted a response. And perhaps that was an oversight on your part.
Yeah.
But let's look at RS 69.
Yes.
I would like you to count from the bottom of the first page to the sixth line from the bottom. Start with the word in fact. And then just read that sentence for the record.
I am.
It's on now. No. Yes. We can hear you, however, perhaps the secretariat can change the mic. What I would like you to pay attention a bit so I can describe what I want you to read. The last paragraph on the last,
First page.
on the first page, yes, the last paragraph.
I am certain.
No. Now you from that line, count 3 lines down.
In fact.
Please read from there.
In fact, council team is doing a significant part of the work that should ordinarily be done by the secretary, all in a bid to avoid delays and expedite the work of the commission.
Okay. That's right. You can see that council is explaining, that is lead council's response to the former secretary. And lead council explains that, I believe what this statement infers is that, yes, he was doing some of the secretarial work. That was before your tenure. And the reason she has preferred is that it was to expedite the work. What I can read into this statement is that the first secretary was not doing his job the way he should have. So she felt the need to step in. Now, the first secretary had complained that lead counsel unduly overstepped her mandate and encroached onto his mandate severally. And you have confirmed the same. Now, the point is that if you had written, it would have been apparent on the record. But are you confirming that you did not at any point, right?
I agree, council.
Okay. What about your appointment as once Mr. Alhaji Mamadi Kuran left. Were you excited to take the job?
To tell you the truth, I was not.
Why? Two reasons.
I didn't want to work in the commission.
Was there any reason?
Because mom didn't agree with the idea at first.
Sorry?
Personally, my mom didn't agree with the idea.
Okay, I will not probe into that. All right. You personally did not want to go to the commission as secretary, but did you explain that to your superior?
I want to explain it here that I didn't want to get the appointment. Went back, also in his office, and asked me to get the appointment. In fact, it was two of us, myself and a senior assistant secretary, and assistant secretary of the officer.
Okay.
So I said to him, very honorable. When I said, very honorable, he said, no, don't tell me that you're going to have to appointment. Yes, because you're the least one. Then I was even ashamed of myself for him. Because allowing my junior staff to pick up the appointment when I was there wasn't so well.
So you felt compelled. You felt compelled to take this appointment.
Yes.
And when you got in, you faced a lot of trouble, as you have revealed. Did you complain to him?
No, I didn't come back to him.
You didn't come back to him. Okay, I would like you to just comment on something.
Since the offer was just a temporary one, and it was to be lasted for only some months, 9 months, as I say, there was no need me going back to them. Since the two of us were called, and I was the one that was ahead of time to take up the appointment. I said, no, it didn't. Let me just proceed with the thing. It will soon end. So,
okay. When you had, okay, that's fine. Let's proceed to the sales. I'll leave the rest of the administration questions to members to go. Let's proceed to the sales. Now, you are not there in the sales, but the report came back to you. You still stand by the fact that the report, you saw it this year, right?
Sorry, I didn't say this year. I said I saw copies of the two reports when I was trying to compile all the records regarded from the commission to be handed over to the ministry.
I see. So you saw them in 2019?
Yes. It was then that I decided to photocopy them and keep for my record.
Okay. You looked at them in 2019 then. If I may ask, did any of the team, the persons working in the commission or persons who were co-opted from other institutions, did they get involved in the sale? Did they purchase property?
I'm not sure whether the evidence is there if I say yes.
Sorry?
Because I need evidence to back up.
Just, I'm asking
I'm
without...
not sure whether there's evidence to back up my yes.
Your testimony alone is evidence. So just speak and we will look at it together. But if you need, if I can ask the Secretariat to provide MOJ 8B to the witness. However, I asked the question not for you to look at evidence and confirm to me. Mm-hmm. My question is whether you are aware that members of the team bought property.
I know if I say I was told, I'm not sure whether you will take that,
This is not a court of law.
but I
You
was
can
told,
say whatever you wish.
but I was told
Yes.
that one of the
But you will have to tell us who told you, at least.
this is why I don't want,
Okay. I
don't
will
want to say
forgive
yes.
you for that. What were you told?
That's one of the staff of the secretariat was part of the buyers. His name was reflected in the list of the buyers.
And who was that staff?
Mr. Kebabuja.
Mr. Keba Bojan. In fact, one Keba Bojan bought 5 items. On the second day, on the third day, and on the 5th day, Keba Bojang bought 5 properties. However, when this evidence was put to Mr. Keba Bojang, the secretary, he in fact mentioned that he had the fortune of meeting somebody who had his exact name. And that person came from Jambur, and they had a lengthy conversation. And that is the person who in fact bought the property. What would you say?
Well, Council, like I said, if I say yes, I know I don't have the evidence at hand because the list of buyers, I don't have a copy of the list of buyers in my reports, so I cannot say yes to that. But like I said, I was told that he was one of the buyers. So I don't know how true it is.
And is there anything in your procedure after the sale, perhaps getting the buyer's title perfected or transferring property to them, that would indicate that it was in fact Mr. Keba Bojang, the secretary, who bought this property?
Now, so if they were hiding all these things from me, how would I know?
I can give you an answer. You are the master of records. Okay.
But the list of buyers, I've searched everywhere in our records that I couldn't trace. It was not part of our secretariat record. I searched everywhere. When I was compiling this document.
That's fine. What I want to know is, I would like to wrap up so I can give the members, because we're speaking about issues that the members are interested in, and I'm sorry, but we will have another lengthy session with the members, and they're very energized today. However, my question is, subsequently, once the sale is done, you know, this is what we understood from the sale process. Once the bidder has won, the bidder will go to the accountant general's officials, pay the money, get a receipt. That receipt will be taken to the cashiers. That receipt from the cashiers will be taken to your staff, one of your subordinates, either Keba or Fatu, presented to them, and Ms. Jammeh or Mr. Bojang would then issue what they call the sales form. The form was headed sale of tractor. They would issue that and then sign, and then give it, retain a copy, give a copy to the witness. That's how it was done. Now, Ms. Jammeh had mentioned that when people face difficulties, they would then call the commission to sort it out for them. What I want to know is, after that sales form, you know, if it's a car, the car needs to be transferred from one name to the other. Now, a lot of these vehicles were purchased and were not put in the system of the Commissioner of Police. They were put in a government system, which is a manual system, right? What I want to know is how the commission was able to transfer the title from one buyer, sorry, one from the commission to the buyer. If there was any processing that were pending after the sale, that would lead to the fact that this is the identity of this person. Do you understand? Or was it too long? Do you understand?
I'm kind of confused here. Because if that was the case, that the commissioners...
I am not saying that was the case.
Yes.
I'm saying that I'm asking you if there was any activity after the sale that would lead or point to the fact that Mr. Keba Bojang or one and Sumana Kebe, who are part of your team, bought property.
And I was not involved in that process. No.
Mr. I'm not trying to implicate you here.
No, I understand.
Yes.
What I meant to say is, if the commissioner, the chairperson and the commissioners were to process that, I would have known.
Yes, it would have been a secretariat event.
Exactly, yes.
Yes. So nothing of that sort happened.
Not to my knowledge.
So after the sale, there was no follow-up whatsoever.
To the secretariat?
Yes.
Regarding that?
The buyers, yes.
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Apart from Mr. Bojang, were you aware of anybody else who bought property?
From the team? No. The only one that I was told was him.
Okay, that's fine. Let's graduate to another issue. You had several visitors during your time in the commission. Do you remember any bunch of Americans visiting the commission?
Americans?
Yes.
This is news to me, honestly.
It is news to you.
It is news to me. Remember, you made mention of this in my last testimony.
Okay.
So I went and did my own findings, but I didn't know anything about the American stuff we're talking about.
What about any consultant? Accountants who happen to be foreigners?
I don't know the name of that, but
Fine, that's fine. Now, I want you to take us through the stages, how you...
Counsel.
Yes.
He was about to tell you something.
Was she?
Yes.
yes,
She was about
what I was trying to explain was there was this appointment letter that I was asked to issue out. I saw it this morning in my file. One Mr. Kara something.
Sarah Abdullah Joe?
No, it's not
Jammeh.
Kara Abdullah.
Jammeh, sir.
No. Karachi something. I don't know whether it's Indian or...
Do you have a copy of that document here?
No, it's not here.
Can you provide that document
I will submit it tomorrow.
once you can?
Yeah.
And any other document that is pending?
I think you have everything from me now. Even that appointment letter that I'm talking about, I want to please that. I must have submitted a copy to you.
Okay, but if in the case you find anything new,
Okay.
please submit
It's
it.
me.
Your list began today with the way book, right?
Thank you.
Yes.
It's going to be very difficult for me to give or to I handed over everything to the ministry
Okay.
and left in 2019 and came back in 2024.
That's fine. You can just try. If you face those difficulties, we report back. But the key word there is to try and get that evidence. Okay, so when you came to the commission, actually before that, let's speak about reporting. You were in charge of the report, correct?
Which report?
The final report submitted to the government.
To the government, yes. I was asked to sit at the DPPC to make sure that the printing was done.
What about the report itself, the substance of the report? Who prepared it?
The commissioners.
The commissioners
Yes,
prepared
the
it.
commissioners.
When you say prepared, did they actually write the report themselves?
They all contributed to the final result.
All three?
All three.
And yourself?
I'm section.
I believe, for me, correct me if I'm wrong, and I believe the honorable members can also correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I know, it is in fact the secretary who should compile the report. Because it's the secretary who is in charge, is the master of records, and you need all those records, a cumulative narrative of all those records with what will form part of the report. So, unless I'm mistaken, but it is the role of the secretary. Now, of course, I will blame you for not demanding a TOR, but I will blame your superiors for not issuing you a TOR. Of course, the Attorney General at the time came and sat where you're sitting, and he disputes that a TOR was necessary. But as we go on, we see that a TOR was indeed necessary. Yourself and lead counsel had blurred lines as to your work. And now I'm putting to you that it is the secretary's role to compile the report. Or it ought to be the secretary's role.
Okay.
No, I'm not forcing this answer on you. It's my opinion. I feel about it very strongly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I will just wish to solicit your opinion on that. Did the lead counsel get involved?
The lead counsel did, but yes, at some point she did.
So you don't remember chipping in the report?
Me?
Yes. Did you at least help with the report?
Counsel no, except with the exhibits from the secretariat. Whatever they ask for, we'll provide them.
And who kept asking for these exhibits in the reporting state?
The commissioners. Lead counsel.
Both the commissioners and lead counsel?
Lead counsel, yes.
Okay. So at the end of it all, of course, you were the one who went to sit at DPPC. Personally?
Yes, together with some other security.
You could not delegate to your juniors?
Who said I should be there?
Who said you should be there?
The commissioner, to avoid leakage of the report.
Now, you see, when you came to the commission, the commission had a lot of office material. Printers, scanners, etc.
Yes.
And we are reliably informed by our investigation team, and through the documents as well, and also by the former secretary, that there was a very expensive scanner and printer, photocopier, at the commission. It was donated by some Americans through the Ford Foundation. My apologies, the U.S. State Department of Treasury. Nonetheless, it was donated. You have already mentioned that you don't know anything about any Americans.
No.
But do you remember recalling?
The furniture, there was a giant printer.
Yes. What about a scanner? Or was it all in one?
I think it was all in one.
So where upon the reporting to the president, you issued, the commission gave all the reports to the president. What happened to the rest of the commission's office material?
I handed everything to be emoji.
So it was handed to you.
I hired some gele taxi bagar.
You hired some movers.
Yes, to transport
big
them to
trucks.
the ministry, including the silent cabinet, coffee maker, and everything.
They were all given to the MOD.
Emoji together with.
What about the scanner and printer? The giant one that you just mentioned.
I'm not sure whether it was part of the equipment and furniture that I handed over to the ministry, but I listed down everything and handed them over to the then Solicitor General.
Did you retain a copy of that list?
Yes, I have my own copy, and a copy was given to him.
Could you submit that list to the committee?
I don't think mine is competent, because I can see there's some missing pages.
Well, I would still go ahead and make the application to the Honorable Chair that the said list be provided, whether it's your copy or a copy of the Ministry of Justice record.
I will try
Yeah,
again, but
this
it's very
will be the
difficult.
second application. The first one is the wage, and then this one is the second one. Okay, let's proceed to that.
And of course, the witness has voluntarily offered to give us a document.
I will give it a try and see,
So there are three
but I'm
documents.
not sure whether they're still there. It's since 2019.
The whole ministry. Just make your request. Just make your effort.
You see, Mr.
Can't see.
If the state and its institutions are working very well, then we should be able to get documents on the day of the defense. That is how we know that we are going in the right direction. But if documents just 7 years ago could be missing, then, you know, it raises a lot of flags.
That's good.
Anyway, the scanner,
I will give it a
the
try.
giant printer,
Yeah.
I am particular about it. Where is it? Everything was handed to you. You were supposed to hand them over to the Ministry of Justice.
Yes, the giant printers were handed over to the ministry.
So you can confirm that they were.
Everything at the secretariat.
Okay.
including
I'm not
the-
speaking about everything now. I have particular focus on the giant printer. Please take your time. Do you confirm that it was handed over to the Ministry of Justice?
All the materials that were at the secretariat, together with those that were, at the chairperson's chamber, they are all listed down and handed over to the ministry.
So when you were handing over, you just mentioned that you hired a few trucks and they loaded
Everything.
everything, including the giant printer.
All the printers were handed over to them,
Yes,
And-
I am particular about the giant.
together with the filing cabinet, the exhibit
Okay. You handed them over to the ministry.
ministry.
When was that?
This was immediately after the completion of the commission.
A day before, a day after,
After,
3 days after,
After.
a week after?
after.
A
It
month
was not
after.
immediate because it was pretty difficult for me to transport them to the ministry.
More than 6 months after?
No. It was not up to 1 month. It was not even up to 1 month.
Okay.
Because
So,
I was moved and I also wanted to hand over the materials. whatever.
All right. So before you loaded them onto the truck, how were they stored? Were they in boxes or were they just in?
No, they were there for office use. The printer.
I'm talking about the documents.
Or the document. They were all put in storage boxes.
And then given to.
And labeled.
And labeled.
And labeled.
And since you are now back at the ministry,
yes,
can you account for how they were stored after you had handed over to the ministry?
Council, it's going to be very difficult for me. Like I said in the morning here, when I came back, there were some documents that were needed by the then director of civil litigation. So when I went into that, storage office, I can see, where the exhibits were stored, some of the documents were lying down on the floor.
You know why?
And they were all packed in filing cabinets, and some were in storage boxes packed and labeled.
Do you know why they were on the floor?
Well, I went back to the SP and reported the matter to him. But it's like some people were going into that.
And who was the SG at the time?
The current SG.
The current SG.
Yes. I came back last year, August.
Just to be very clear, who are you talking about?
The current Solicitor General and legal.
A name, please.
Mr. Kumar.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ar. I would allow the committee members to weigh in, and I'll surely be back to wrap up. Thank you.
Thank you, thanks.
Honorable Chair, over to you.
We'll give ourselves 2 minutes. Those who want to can. Right. 2 minutes after we'll. before I give floor to them, I have one or two questions. And the first question would be, as secretary, when you are instructed and given information to communicate, is that not enough for your information?
Yes, Honorable.
Then in that case, the issue of the report is already in your knowledge. Since you said yes, as secretary, when you are given information to communicate, then that's your knowledge. And you confirm that the reports are your knowledge. From the day the chairman gave you the instruction to communicate. So I'll take you to my second question. You told this committee that the reporting of the commission's activities
Yes.
is that an individual thing or a policy? When the commission carries out activities, the manner that that activity should be reported, is that a policy or is that an individual idea?
Honorable, even in our office, any activity that has taken place, one has to write a report to that effect. Even when we embark on a journey overseas or do a training, local training, we think we must write a report.
So it's a policy. Then would I be right to say that, then your earlier submission to say that the reporting of the tractor sales was the idea of the lead council? I'm waiting for your response.
Yes, Honorable. Honorable Chair, yes.
It is the idea of the lead council.
Yes.
But the other activities are policies. No, just, I just want to respond. You have now...
Honorable Chair, I am of the belief that if they were not, asked by the lead council to submit a report, they wouldn't have done that. Because I was after them for several, for like not twice, for about 3 to 4 times to just submit the report, and it wasn't.
But here, what I want to establish is, and we have established that at the first instance, that writing reports is a policy, it's not individual idea. You said even if you travel, you have to write a report.
Yeah.
So when an activity activity has taken place, in this case the tractor sales, then there should be a report.
There should be. Yeah.
That is a policy, it's not somebody's idea.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we are not down there in the field. So,
All right. Okay. So my last question would be, how do you know that the two lieutenants, your two lieutenants, Keba and Fab, have submitted this report to the lead council? How do you know that?
I came
Since
to know.
they are not talking to you.
I came to know. Yes, I was told.
Okay, you are told.
Yes.
Okay, that would be helpful for me. And I look on my right, and then Honorable, you want to? Yeah, I heard something. Okay. So Honorable Jammeh, I have the floor.
Thank you, Chair. And thank you, Ms. Shah, for being with us. And I just want to seek certain clarities around the staff that you were working with. I understand the council took you through to find out if Mr. Keba Bojang, the then Assistant Secretary, bought anything, and you said you were told.
Yes.
Aside from Mr. Keba Bojang, do you know any other person in the team who bought anything that was to your knowledge?
Honorable, I will say no in response to your question because, like I said earlier on, I was not available. There was no, the list of buyers was nowhere to be seen at the secretariat, meaning that it was not communicated to us.
So are you telling me, as the then secretary to the commission, you were never privileged to the sales list?
The list of buyers?
This is why I said the sales list.
No. No.
What role do you play during the report writing?
The report writing of the sales?
Yeah, of the sales report, specifically, of the sales report. What specific role do you play as the secretary?
When they return back to the secretariat, I greeted them and asked for a copy of the report from the sales.
What I'm asking is, when they conducted the sale and returned back to the office,
yes,
I believe a report was compiled, right, as to how the sales were conducted, also a spreadsheet of who actually buy, with details of what is being bought. Like if you look at MOJ 8, you will find a comprehensive sales list of buyers. Yeah, MOJ 8. This is what I'm confirming. This should be MOJ FP. I saw. You have MOJ 8A. Yeah. Exactly. I want to know what role has he played in compiling that list. Have you seen what I meant? That list has names of buyers, price and the reserve. You have the reserve price, you have the actual price, you have the name of the buyer, and all not. My question is, what role have you played in compiling that specific sales report?
This is from the Jammeh Transport Service Company. Is it?
Have you ever seen that spreadsheet of sales?
There's one that was submitted by the Accountant General's office. I'm not sure whether it's the same.
It is almost the same.
The same.
But then this one is more detailed.
The same.
And this one was prepared by your team members or by your office. So I would appreciate to know.
It must have been attached to the report.
Exactly.
The report which they never handed over to me.
So meaning you have never seen that sales report.
Yes.
Thank you. That is fine. Now let's progress. That specific report you have before you has specific names.
Yeah.
Yeah? Have different names of buyers, but strictly, I want to confine myself to certain individuals. For example, Keba Bojan,
Yeah.
which I will forget because you have an interface with the council about Keba Bojan.
Yeah.
And you said you were told he bought, but you are not sure.
Yes, because I don't have the evidence.
You don't have any evidence.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at Amsumana Kebe, Adama Jan, Mustafa Abrahman Job, Karabullah Jammeh, and Alaji Jallo. What will be your take if you are informed that they were also buyers during the sales while they were also part of your team?
Alaji, head of security.
Yes, Alaji Jallo, of course, who took part in the disposal. He bought a Benz for 200K.
You know, Honorable One, I wouldn't be able to tell because I was not on site.
Were you privileged to this information before today?
No,
No.
no. Not part of my.
What will be your take if you are told that these team members of here have bought one or two items or vehicles from the sales process?
I am surprised to learn that they were part of the buyers. When the security team were tasked, security, they were to safeguard those that we are selling. But they were, to my own understanding, they were not supposed to be part of the buyers.
Yeah, you know, you're talking about security, but we also have people representing the office of the president, like Ansumana Kebe. Yes. Either he was a SIS officer, but certainly I know he works at the commission then and a representative of the office of the president.
Has been the field from the
You know Adam Ajay?
Adam Ajay.
Yes. The mechanic at MSA.
I don't know who is this.
You don't know him?
No.
Okay. This shouldn't waste our time. I just want to get your understanding. Okay, we can definitely progress. Can we look at RS 63? RS 63.
Yes, Honorable.
Yeah. Can you read the subject matter for me?
Handing over of office equipment, stationery, asset declaration forms, and ex-President Jammeh's valuables from me.
Can you look at the content of the document?
Yes.
What is in the content? Can you read it for me?
With reference to the above-mentioned subject, I hereby wish to hand over the above-mentioned items which is purchased for the Jammeh Commission of Inquiry to the Ministry of Justice with effect from the Thursday, 11th April 2019.
So, what do you understand about this specific subject matter in contrast to the content of the letter? What is your understanding?
It means that all the items that were at the custody of the Commission of Inquiry were handed over to the Minister of Justice.
Can I help you? Looking at the subject of the letter,
Yes.
it talks about office equipments, stationaries, assets, declaration form. And looking at the content, it seems to speak a different language.
Yes.
Why that?
So may I refer you to the subject matter and ex-President Jammeh's valuation. So that was the first one, the
Okay,
first subject.
okay.
Yes.
Now, what can you tell us about this valuable? For example, the gold-plated watch wrist, the Mont Blanc ink, the 2 gold coins,
Yes.
etc. Where are these stocks, if I may ask you? Where are these items?
They are all in safe in the Deputy Permanent Secretary's office.
Which Deputy Permanent Secretary?
Myself.
Yourself. Chairman, I want to apply that Ms. Sar tender these valuable items to the committee latest on Monday for confirmation purpose. We want to know if all these items are in safekeeping.
May I also refer you to an order handing over letter that I received to the Honorable former Secretary and Solicitor General and Legal Secretary, and in which the former Acting Registrar General, Mr. Ali Jallo, also witnessed. I handed over everything to them together with the safe keys and left for my institution. It was the office of the Vice President.
Oh, you just from telling me that these items are in your office, right?
Yes, I said they were handed over. They were in the custody of the Deputy Permanent Secretary then, who handed them over to the former Solicitor General and Legal Secretary in the presence of Mr. Ali Jallo.
Yes, which I agree upon. But as we speak, you are the custodian of these valuable items. Because you said they are in your office.
Yes, Honorable.
What we want to do here is, we want to confirm if these items are intact. And the best way for we to do that is for you to bring these items here.
Honorable.
Because they are not heavy.
Yes, the safe is still in that office, but the items were handed over to the Solicitor General and Legal Secretary in the presence of the acting Registrar General then. And the key to that safe was handed over to them.
Now, these specific items, where are they located recently as we speak?
The safe that I'm talking about is still there.
Still where? Which office? Your office?
In the office of the GPS.
Yeah, you can speak over the mic. And that is the office you occupy, right?
Yes, currently occupied.
This is why I'm requesting, since the items are in your office for safekeeping,
Yes.
for you to provide this committee with evidence of those valuable items. They are in your office, Ramatullah. You are entrusted with those items.
Yes,
And these are valuable items. Tell us, are they not all there? We have about...
Can you please allow me to learn?
Please do.
I handed over the safe. I wrote down, handing over notes, and addressed it to the Solicitor General then, together with the safe key.
If it's in your
My
office.
But the key now, I wrote to hand them over to the safe. So if I want them back, maybe I should write back to this, provide me with the safe key. In order for me to provide this committee to those items.
You know, Mrs. Sar, let's get this right.
Yes.
it's true that you have handed over the keys.
Yes.
However,
The safety, yes.
however, the safe still remains in your office. Who knows if the keys are duplicated or not?
I don't know. I think you may.
Yeah, I made an
Let me
application.
tell you around.
Please.
Madam Witness,
Sir.
we have asked witnesses to produce documents and materials in offices where they are no longer there. So it will be even easier for you. Since at the time you were the PS, or whatever you were,
Yes.
and you are still in the same office now,
Yes.
I hereby guarantee the application that you make effort. Like you said, well, you know how to go about your ministry. Write to whoever you can write to, and let us have these materials.
I will make reference to that particular memo that I'm talking about.
Now with progress.
Honorable Chair,
And
my apologies for
request the
interjecting.
informer.
Yes.
I just wish to ask that the witness station the mic like I am doing now, since she's facing the high table, so that when she speaks into the mic. So you tilt the mic itself to the side,
Okay.
not the nozzle, the mic itself. Just
Itself.
bring it and face the high table.
Okay. Like this?
It's fine. You can proceed.
It's fine. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay.
Lisa, I want us to look at certain payments. And I want to believe that you raise vouchers. Yeah, I understand that you raise vouchers for the payment of feedings and transport for specific members of your team at an amount of $567,000. The payment voucher is attached on the entitlement payment list, but yes, with the name Ibrahim Adabo. Could you provide us more clarity on the specific payment?
It was honorarium.
Yes.
Yes, that was paid to the staff members.
Yes. What we are saying here is, it seems the documents that you attach on this payment, it seems that there are some documents that were missing to support your request. If you look at the entitlement payment list, there is no Ibrahim Adabo.
Ibrahim Adabo was the IT officer.
I'm not saying he is not the IT officer.
Yes.
What I am saying here is the list that you prepared to support the payment request never include the name Ibrahim Adabo. Why that? And he's still been paid.
The list that I submitted, my own personal distance from my file. Because I couldn't, I couldn't get a copy of the original copy from the records office.
So what do you do?
So I have to submit my own copy.
What do you do?
Yes.
I will apply that you provide us with the supporting documents of those payments. Those honorariums you pay, that includes Ibrahim Adabo.
Ibrahim Adabo's
What justification or yardstick do you use to include him? Because that is missing. And we should be in a position to actually establish every other payment that were done by the commission, not just to have individuals on list without being able to justify. Are you with me? No, Ibrahim Adabo.
okay on.
And
I would like us to look at the tractors. Is it right to say in the initial inventory for the tractors, 500 tractors were captured? I'm asking. Hmm?
Initially.
Yeah, initially.
Initially, 500 was captured.
Yes. And out of that 500, 206 tractors were sold by Ms. Fatu Drame, Keba Bojang, and Mr. Kuran. Putting up that 53, the 59, and all not together should give us 206. If you minus 206 from 500 tractors, there is an outstanding of 294 tractors. And this is where I need an explanation as to where those 294 tractors have gone to. It's not found in any report. Or you don't also have an answer for that? I think from here, you need to go and establish those things because these are serious issues. 294 missing tractors out of the 500 that were initially invented. We would appreciate if you can provide us where those 294 tractors have been.
Honorable, I want to believe that if 204 sold out, some were also sold out as scraps, and some others were also reserved.
Yeah, you know, these 206 tractors includes
The
scrap tractors.
and the reserve tractors.
For the reserve tractors, we will deal with them separately because with what I saw from the records of Ms. Ben, part of those reserve tractors are captured in your sales report to be sold out. So that would be a different thing to deal with. So we still have an outstanding of 294 tractors that are not accounted for. No one knows where they have gone to.
But we did an exercise here, myself and Samson. It was stated somewhere where they were submitting tractors from, but from the submission of the controller of government. I'm not sure whether.
Yeah, now what you do, go reconcile that. I'm just telling you what we have in our records.
Okay.
And what we have in our records actually emerged from the ministry, from the Jammeh Commission, and other players in the process. So we're not really kind of preparing any report at our level, but instead we are getting reports from various witnesses like yourself. Now, let's forget about that part and just go do the reconciliation. Go find out how many tractors were invented. And if you do that finding, find out how much are sold by the three parties. That is Mr. Kurang, Mr. Bojang, and Ms. Drame. And do your reconciliation. But we want the figures of the number of tractors that you put together before the start of the sale and how much you sell. Am I clear?
Okay, Andre.
Do you know one Fatu Drame? Fatu Marina rather. She was also paid a honorarium. You don't remember her?
And the security.
She is from
Female security team.
Okay, she is from one of those institutions. Are you aware in one of the vouchers she signed 2 times? Even though she was supposed to sign 30K, she was paid 60K. And these were also vouchers raised by the Secretariat of the Jammeh Commission. Yes, Fatumata A. Marina is her name.
Fatumata.
Yes. She signed the payment voucher 2 times and has been paid 60K instead of 30K from the signed voucher. And the list I have before me, this honorarium, this list was prepared in August 2018. Should that be prepared by yourself? Were you the secretary at this moment? Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the same list, your name is there, captured on number 10.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
And let me confirm where this Fatumata A. Marina is captured on number 38. Yes. The check number also used, I can in fact share that with you if you want.
Yeah.
The check number.
Check number 3.
000.
Check. She was issued with a check.
She was not issued with a check. When you raised the voucher, it was a check given to you, just to help you reconcile some of these things. Or no,
At the Accountant General's office.
yes, or normally they give you raw cash.
Check.
Check. Perfect. So I just want to give you that check number
Okay.
to help you reconcile. The check number is 000
Accountant.
1
1
4 4
4 4
691. The voucher number is 11
1
PV 00 39 24. Yes. And total amount that was paid was $1,995,000. And my question is
1 million. Sorry.
$1,995,000. And that is to say, Fatumata A. Marina was paid 2 times. When her entitlement was 30K, she received 60K. We want to know why.
Okay, I'll find out from the account.
You will find out from the accountant. Who actually administer these payments after you preparing a voucher and also a request?
Accountant.
The accountant.
Yeah.
So meaning we will do a request,
Yeah.
raise a voucher. If the money comes, you hand it over to the accountant. So please liaise with the accountant to establish some of these things, yeah? Now, I want us to look at a payment in February 2018.
February
2018, respectively.
Yeah.
And let me confirm if it has your name. Yeah, from January to February 2018. I think this was when you were conducting your sales, right?
2018, January, February. Then you were doing your that 21 days sales, I think.
2018.
Where? At the commission? Okay. Let me see if I'll find your name. Just a second. Okay. This one doesn't have your name, even though it's important to establish why those vouchers those vouchers were raised for 2 times. Since you succeeded Mr. Kurang, I will still.
Vouchers were raised twice.
Yeah. Yeah. The month of February has been repeated twice on 2 different payment vouchers for transportation and feeding allowance with voucher number 11. You can take the voucher number.
Voucher number
11 PV
PV
00 33
yes
82.
82.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, 2 days ago, when Mr. Bojan was giving his testimony, he said at some point when they were conducting the sale, they had some challenges for certain items that were not bidded for.
Okay.
And they tried to call you but couldn't reach your phone. You are laughing. That sounds funny, right? And he said as such, he leveraged on one of the commissioners that he called, or that they called, because this applied to both Mr. Bojan and Ms. Jammeh, to have instructions to make a compromise on the prices. My question is, was there any point during the sales that you were communicating to Mr. Bojan or Ms. Jammeh? Was there any communications in between you, either to update you on the sales or to report a specific issue to you?
Honorable, I said it here this afternoon, that they were not communicating with me. They were on site, I was at the commission, but they were not.
So, do you want to tell us that Ms. Jammeh, that is Fatu Jammeh, and Mr. Keba Bojan, the information they relate to the committee that they tried to call you, they couldn't reach you, is not true?
That is it. My phone was on.
Your phone were always on. Chair.
I have only one phone and I'm still using that one.
Okay, I want to make another application for the call history during this period, during the period of the sale. To get the call history in between Mr. Bojan, the call history of Bojan, Fatu Jammeh, Asobe Sose, and Miss Ramatullah Shah, and Mrs. Ami Ben Suda. We want their call histories during the period of the sales.
Are you saying the call history to our phone? It may not necessarily be because.
For me, what I want us to do here is to get their call histories during that period. Her phone during the period of the sales, her call history, not in between her and Infa Keba, but the call history would be able to tell us if Keba had actually called.
I get the point now. At first it wasn't clear, so that's why you mentioned their names. I guess we will only be interested in the witness, not calls that are coming to our phone. Which period is that?
During the sales period, I think this should be sometime 2019. No, I can help you.
That can
sit from September to before the sales and after the sales. Let's say, because the sales was in October, not so? October of 2018. So let's say September and October of 2018. No, I didn't. The tractors. The tractors.
So it's, if you want to, out of the abundance of caution, we can do from the October the 1st to February
29.
Start from September.
September.
Yes. Also, see, it says something that the actual conspiracy started before the sales. Not so. That was in September. So start from September. You can proceed. September to what, Council?
September to the end of, to 20th of February 2019. So perhaps the last day of February 2019.
No.
Do you have my telephone number? I'll give it to you.
Okay, please.
Sorry, excuse me.
Mister, I understand that there were tractors reserved for specific councils. That is to say, BCC and KMC. I think 11 were reserved for KMC and 3 for BCC at a price of 100K. In the contrary, it seems these tractors were never received by the said council, because I haven't seen any communications in between the two institutions. Can you tell us about these 14 tractors that were reserved for the said councils? Do you witness at any point if the said councils have actually received these tractors?
I wrote to some of the councils that was mentioned, and in my letter I was to include in the letter that the date will be set, the date and time will be set for the handing over of the said tractors and by whom. And that was the last time that I wrote to them.
Do they respond to your letter?
I will check.
You will check.
Yeah.
Also, added part of the things that you should furnish this commission with. Now, I want us to look at the issue of the auctioneers. I want to believe you wrote their appointment letters, some of the auctioneers.
Yeah.
Can you yield on what was agreed for their payment? And can you in fact tell us which of the auctioneers have you written to for an appointment?
I have a copy in my file, but you.
You don't remember the name?
There's one that I wrote to, and the agreement was for him to be paid $750 per tractor. But the name of that auctioneer.
Will that be Mustafa Abdurrahman Joe?
Yes.
Good. 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 Now, I want us to look at the other one, that is Karabulai Jammeh. Do you know if he was paid the same amount as an auctioneer?
Karabulai, I am not sure whether the amount we gave to him was indicated in the
It is indicated. I'm trying to get that document, yes.
Okay.
So this is why, since you were the author
Yes.
of these letters,
Letter.
it will be important for you to help us understand how much was designated for him to be paid as an auctioneer.
Yes. That is all.
I understand that it should be in RS 21. Do you find it? Put on your mic if it is not on.
Claim for Sales Commission. The letter was from who? From Mr. Kara Abdul.
Check the figures for me. How much was he paid?
Agreed to collect $700 for every item of things. I am pleased to inform you that I have conducted an auction sale of taxes and the total item sold was 103. I hereby claim for a sale commission of $700 by 103. That is $17,100.
Now, we are able to establish in between these two auctioneers how much was each paid for in terms of commission. How do you reach at the said amount, since you were the author of the letter?
The amounts were given to me by the commissioner and to write the appointment letter.
Have you taken your time as the technician and also the head of administration to find out from the commissioners how do they reach at that figure?
750 per person.
The 750 for Mr. Job and the 700 for Mr. Jammeh.
Jammeh. No on
Hmm?
No on rate.
Now, when you were writing that letter, or those two letters, was there anything that actually crossed your mind in the exercise of fair trade?
For Kara,
For both, looking at the two figures, the 750 and the 700, was there anything that actually crossed your mind, knowing that they were all offering the same services?
I am not
Because I want to
I am
understand.
not sure whether I was the author of the appointment letter for Mr. Sarah Abdullah, because I have not seen anywhere. And I'm not also sure whether I have a copy in my phone. Is there anywhere that...
No, that is the letter I equally have with me. We have the same document.
This letter is from Kara himself.
Yes, it's from Kara, exactly. So look at the reference. Which date was the letter initially authored?
2nd August 2018.
2nd August 2018. Where were you then?
I came in July.
I meant in August 2018, where were you?
I was with the commission.
You were with the commission.
Commission, yes.
And you have 700 on that, right?
Yes.
But the letter written to Abdurrahman Job
Yes.
was actually written by yourself.
Yes, Job, yes.
Job,
For the
having an amount of 750.
50.
When was that letter authored?
The 751.
Yes. I think it should be in RS 59. 79 rather, yes. 59 should be stopped. The letter you sent to Mr. Job. Yes, the letter was authored 14th August 2018. 79, not 69, 79. Yes. So that letter was authored in August, right? By yourself, right? Yes. So when does this guy responded? Which month of August? Which date of August rather? Day of August rather? 2nd August. Meaning his response came before you write to Mr. Job. Meaning you were privileged to what was agreed for Mr. Jammeh to be paid, even though you didn't administer it, for example. That is to say $700. And after a week, some days, you authored a letter to another auctioneer with different amount. My question is, why the discrepancies in between the figures and also in between these two auctioneers? I will really appreciate if you can help this committee to understand. Yeah, but $50 is not small if you multiply 50 by 103 tractors. Okay.
Commissioner.
Amounts were decided by the commission.
Yes.
But you authored the letter.
Yes, I was asked.
And looking at your position,
yes,
I would want to believe that you also have an advisory role to the commissioners. As a technician, that is administrative related. And looking at these letters, looking at the gap in between, for me, I would think you should have been in a position to realize the discrepancy and also duly advise the commissioners.
Honorable, it would have been very difficult. It would have been very difficult to kind of point out the difference, because this was written around 2nd of August 2018, and this one like
14 August 2018.
Yes.
So for me, with that response and the figures there, should inform you as the then secretary before you write to another auctioneer and giving him a different price. You know, if the price given was low,
yes.
one could understand.
Yes.
But now,
this one is higher.
this one is higher.
This one is higher.
Does that not really ring a bell in your mind?
Yes, when you have the two at hand.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And
Right.
both,
I'm sure the reason for this was have been explained to me. But provided.
yeah, will it be right to say, at the commission then, all that you people were doing was never documented, more especially with works that were administrative related? The mic.
Earlier on, I had my diary with me, and every morning I was reporting to the chairperson's chamber.
So, meaning you should be in a position to provide this committee with minutes of meetings when you were at the commission. Since you have your diary, you were taking note of the discussions then, will it be right to say you should be in a position?
Instructions, the assignments that we are giving to me, I have to put down the assignment.
That makes it a minute. Hmm? You know, I want to drive at something because there is inconsistency in between what you told us and what Keba Bojan and Ms. Fatu Drame told us. And what makes it more difficult here, with all the submissions made, we couldn't find any minutes of your meetings, more especially in relation to the sales of the tractors. Because, for example, Keba and Fatoumata said they cannot remember at any point where they sat in a meeting with you and the commissioners with regards to this sale. You said what? What do you say?
I said it that if I couldn't remember any meeting that was convened between me and the commissioners and Keba and Fatumata
And Fatoumata,
regarding the sale.
regarding the sale, there was no meeting. That's what you
To my
sti-
knowledge.
to your knowledge. Okay. Now,
We'll endeavor to close at 8.
Yes.
So it's already after 7. So I don't want us to sit beyond 8. That's why I'm calling his attention.
so now what I will do, Chair,
Honorable Governor will have to intervene and the legal team. But we'll try to endeavor to close by 8.
yeah, you know, there is a lot that I should ask you, but then, you know, for the purpose of time, because I have been jotting down since the last time you came here. So, you know, I have been compiling. No, it's all right. That's the work. This is what I'm paid for. I have to do it, and this is what I'm elected for. So I'm very much happy. Yeah? Yes, I just want to, my final intervention would be an application that I want to make. I wish I find it closer. I just want to make an application, but I think what I can do here in order to save time, I will allow Honorable Fofana to chip in and just to ensure that I get the application right. Chair, with your permission.
Okay, at this point I will ask Governor to take the floor.
Thank you, Chair. So I think with Ms. Sari could have gone till midnight, but yes, there is indeed a lot for her, but we'll endeavor to close by it. Mr. Let's start. I want to start with your redeployment. This is important, bearing in mind the circumstances surrounding the termination of your successor. How many years have you been in the civil service?
From 98.
From
When I was still going to school.
1998, and this is 2025. So we can
Yes.
comfortably say 27 years in service.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And in your role as, what is your current role?
Deputy Commissioner.
Deputy Permanent Secretary. Since when have you been elevated to that position? 2012.
12.
And we are in 2025. So we can say for the past 13 years, huh?
Yes.
Which means you are a seasoned civil servant. Tell us, what rules govern deployment or secondment in the public service or the civil service?
With the secondment book, transfer, you can transfer. For instance, if you are in the teaching field, like the MOP, the Ministry of Education.
If you need one to
If you
transfer,
secure another job, which is, which is outside the public sector, and you want to move to that particular job, you can transfer your service.
in transfer of
But
your
if it
service,
is-
what do you need to do?
You need to write to PMO through your head of institution
Mhm.
for it to be supported, or for him to endorse your application, and then you forward it. But you must first of all be confirmed in your appointment. Yes, for it to be considered. Otherwise, you're
Okay, apart from
the
transfer,
PMO will now, once it is submitted to the PMO will submit to the public service for them to make a decision.
that is transfer from one ministry, department, agency to the
Yes,
other,
yes.
within
Not
within the
yes,
government framework,
yes,
not so.
yes.
Okay, apart from transferring
Mhm.
from one department to the other,
To the other.
what else happens?
You can also proceed on secondment if you like.
What does secondment mean?
Secondment is moving from one institution to the other.
Moving from one institution to the other.
To the other.
How does it differ with
Yes.
transfer?
Which is transfer is in most of the cases you're not coming back. For secondment you can come back.
Okay. And what are the rules governing secondment?
You must confirm again.
We must.
Confirm in your appointment.
What
And above
process?
grade 7.
What above gate 7? What
Grade seven.
process do you need to follow?
Again, if you are in a particular ministry, your head of department should endorse your application before it is forwarded.
So which means you need to write an application
Yes,
to your head of
yes,
department.
yes.
Okay? Okay?
Mm.
And where do you submit that application to?
To the public PMO. PMO
PMO.
will now forward the application to the PSC for their consideration.
And who does the approval?
The PSC,
The PSD.
yes.
And once the approval is done, are you written to in person?
It will be sent back to the PMO. PMO will now write to your to the institution.
To the institution.
Yes.
Okay, apart from secondment, what else happens?
Redeployment is within.
Redeployment
It's
is,
within.
within.
Yes.
okay? And in the redeployment, how does it work?
It can be from one department to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It can be from one department to the
Department
other.
to the other.
Okay? Or
From one institution to the other.
can it be within the department itself?
Yes. Within,
Okay.
yes.
So now tell us, with redeployment,
Yes.
what happens?
If your head wants you to be moved to another department,
Mhm.
the redeployment letter will be issued to you.
Will be issued to you,
Issued to you.
addressed to you,
Addressed to you.
addressed to you.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Okay? And what does it contain?
Or maybe it can also be addressed to the maybe your next department.
So you can just go salam alaikum and pay
It will
without
be copied to
anything.
you. It will be copied to you, or it can be
Let's
addressed to
let's let's get this straight because
Yes.
you have the rules with us.
you. Yes.
we believe in your honesty and sincerity. That's why we are asking you as a civil servant to tell us the rules. What are the general rules governing the deployment?
The deployment, you'll be issued with a letter of deployment
Will
from
be issued, yes?
where you are, where currently you are, to the other department.
To the other department.
Yes.
And it will be addressed to you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So now, let's narrow this down to your scenario
Yes.
in the MOJ. How would you classify your movement from MOJ to the Jammeh Commission? Is it a transfer? Is it a secondment? Or is it a redeployment?
Mine was a movement from the Minister of Justice to the Commission. And the letter of
If is movement a new
deployment.
category, is it a new category that you want to add?
some call it staff movement, some the deployment, some posting.
You know, we had three. We had transfer,
Yes.
secondment, we had redeployment.
Yes.
If you have more categories, you can give
Posting from the PMO to MOG.
posting from PMO to MOJ.
MOG.
Okay, what will be the ground? Can you use your mic?
PMO will write to you that you have been posted from the Minister of, for instance, from the PMO to the Minister of Justice.
Yes, that's posting. You can take water.
You have water there.
Try take some water. So now,
I don't want to be going
okay.
to, yeah, that's what I'm,
Okay, now let's narrow it down to your own situation. How would you classify?
mine was addressed to the chairperson.
No. How would you classify
It
your
was,
movement?
it was an internal movement from MOG to the Commission.
Was it a redeployment? Was it a secondment? Or was it a transfer?
It was an internal movement from the Minister of Justice to the Commission.
Yes. In fact, you said redeployments can be either internal or what? External. So was it a redeployment?
Commission was under the Minister of Justice.
No, please. I have not reached the commission yet. I'm
Okay.
just asking you how you've set
We were
criteria.
redeployed.
Not so. You were
From one
redeployed
institution
to the other. You were redeployed.
Redeployed, yes.
And as per the standard rules, were you supposed to be notified as a person, as an officer that you need to be moved?
This is the reason why I asked for it. I asked for a copy of the
No, wait.
appointment or the deployment letter.
Answer the question. I have not reached your letter yet. I'm saying, as a civil servant,
Yes,
when you were deployed,
yes,
as per the standard rules, were you supposed to be notified?
yes,
How were you supposed to be notified? In what form?
verbally, by the age.
Verbally.
Then, yes,
Your boss can just call you and tell you, report to the Ministry of Finance, and tomorrow you would go. Is that the way it works? That the AG can
no.
call you?
no, this was the thing. It was from the Minister of Justice to the Commission.
The Ministry of Justice and the Commission are two different entities.
I understand.
Am I right?
Yes.
Are they the same?
But it was
So it's the Jammeh
established-
Commission. Listen, it's the Jammeh Commission, a department within the Ministry of Justice.
It was established by the MOG. And I was,
Allow me to lie.
okay.
Is the Jammeh Commission a department within MOJ?
No,
In all fairness, everybody advocated for the independence of the Jammeh Commission. Not so. So that what? Accountability and transparency could be what? Promoted. So now, are you telling us that the Jammeh Commission was a department within the Ministry of Justice? Is the Jammeh Commission a department within the Ministry of Justice? Was it? Please
but
answer.
it was established. This
No.
is what I was trying to explain.
I know it
Yes.
was established.
Yes, yes,
Huh?
yes,
By what? The emoji. Are you together?
yes.
But now I'm asking you whether the Jammeh Commission was a department within the Ministry of Justice. Was it?
It was.
It was not.
I think.
So which means we cannot treat it as an internal movement. Can you treat movements from the Ministry of Justice to the Jammeh Commission as an internal movement?
on them.
You can treat them as internal movement.
The commission was established by MOU.
Do you want to look at the notice that established the Jammeh Commission? Counsel, can we give the witness the notice that established the Jammeh Commission and he reads it for us? Whilst counsel is looking for that, we will move to your own deployment. We will continue with the question. And I will tell you that the Jammeh Commission was established by the Gambia government. And it was established for a purpose. And it is not a department under the Ministry of what? Justice. Do you agree to that?
Yes.
That it is not a department within the Ministry of Justice.
It's not.
Do you still need the legal notice that established?
No, it's okay.
You don't need it. So now we agree
Yes.
that the Jammeh Commission is not a department within the Ministry of what? Justice. So as such, when you were redeployed from the Ministry of Justice to the Jammeh Commission,
Yes.
how were you supposed to be notified?
A letter should have been given to me to that effect. But the letter that was given to me was addressed to the chairperson of the commission, and I was copied.
Okay.
When I asked for my copy of my appointment letter, that the position of that secretary verbally, the promise was made for it to be.
Who promised you that it will be
The former agent.
the former agent, and you say, you can say his name. We are used to abbreviations in the
Mr.
Gambia.
Tambay.
AG can
Mr.
mean
Tambay.
Auditor General,
Mr. Abubakar.
Accountant General, you know.
Mr. Abubakar Tamba.
Mr. Awaka Tambedu promised to give you appointment letter.
Yes.
Did he eventually give you appointment letter?
Initially, he said it was just a temporal appointment.
My question is, did he eventually give you your appointment letter?
No, he did not.
He did not give you your
He did
appointment
not.
letter. So which means you were redeployed to the Jammeh Commission without being formally notified.
Apart from the letter that I was given to the chairperson.
You keep on insisting on that letter. So
Oh.
as such, I would refer you to RS2.
RS2.
Yes, go to RS2. You have yes, Miss Sir, can you read RS2 for us?
The heading is Assumption of Full-Time Duties by the Deputy Secretary to the
No,
Commission.
no, start the letter. Start from the date
above-
and start from the date
Oh,
and come
okay.
right down, please.
The letter is from the Attorney General's Chambers and Minister of Justice, reference AG/2/264/Part 2, folio 49, dated 9 July 2018. And it was addressed to the chairperson of the Commission of Inquiry at the Jammeh Beach Hotel. And the subject was Assumption of Full-Time Duties by the Deputy Secretary to the Commission. And it reads, the above subject matter refers, we kindly wish to bring to your attention that Mr. Maslaika, the Deputy Secretary to the Commission, will henceforth be assuming full-time responsibility at the Commission until the final conclusion of its work. Thank you.
And it was
And
written by?
it was signed by, authored by the former Solicitor General and Legal Secretary, and copied to the former Attorney General and Minister of Justice.
And is this the document you are referring to
Yes,
as the notification sent to the
the
chairperson?
chairperson of the commission.
Apart from this document, do you have any other document that will serve as appointment?
I said it, no.
You don't have it.
No.
And this document is a notice sent to the chairperson.
Mhm.
There is nowhere that this document is referenced to you.
Yes.
There is nowhere that this document is directed to you. And what position were you supposed to take at the Jammeh Commission?
As per the heading, I was to assume the full-time duties of my predecessor.
And what was
Former secretary,
what was the position of your former secretary predecessor?
Mr. Alhaji Mamadou Sura.
Which means, as per this document, you were supposed to be the secretary to the Jammeh Commission.
Commissioner.
And do you know the constitutional provisions surrounding the appointment of a secretary to a commission?
Yes.
What was it? Can you tell us?
I said it here that I was not sworn in.
No. Who has the power to appoint
the
a
President of the
secretary?
Republic of Uganda.
That's the authority to appoint the secretary of a commission lies in the hands of the president.
President.
Were you at any point informed by the president that you are appointed as the secretary?
I said it here.
Did at any point the former attorney general told you that the president had intentions of appointing you as secretary to the commission?
No, he didn't mention the president.
No, I'm just asking you.
No, no.
He did not.
He did not.
So yet still, as a seasoned civil servant, after knowing the constitutional provisions, and after knowing the rules governing deployment within the civil service, you went and comfortably sat at the Jammeh Commission as a secretary. Without having been rightfully appointed, without having been given any letter to that effect. All you saw was a notice being sent to the chairperson of the Jammeh Commission and the former Attorney General calling you.
What the copy was given to me to report to the chairperson of the
But as an administrator, now tell us, is
There
that
was-
copy sufficient to serve as your appointment?
with the promise that it was just a temporary change, but and of the appointment letter will follow.
And you know, interestingly, the day you resumed, the day you were appointed as secretary, the following day, Mr. Mamadi Kura's service was terminated. Because Mr. Mamadi Kura's service was terminated on the 10th of July, 2018. So should you have dwelt on a promise? Or should you have ensured that a proper appointment was done before you?
Honorable, you know, it was difficult to tell that a proper appointment will follow.
No, Mr. Ramatulai, I asked you earlier on
Yes.
that whether an appointment was effective. You said no. You never received your appointment letter.
Appointment letter. Okay.
And do you know why I'm driving to this position? Because your predecessor, Mr. Mamadi Kran's services were terminated. And the former Attorney General said his services were terminated because the commissioners, all the commissioners together with the lead counsel, said they can no longer work with him. And in the protest letter that was written by Mr. Mamadi Kura, he highlighted a lot of conflicts of interest. And today you sat right in front of us, you highlighted the same. That your job, your work was even hijacked by the lead counsel. So now, in my mind, I am thinking that you were just used as a convenient replacement. And you are not only used, you were given a substantial position without appointment, which means the authority was never given to you. And to add to that position, I will ask you this question. If you were appointed duly by the president and given your appointment letter, would you have allowed the lead counsel to usurp your powers?
No, Honorable.
Can you answer that again? And I will take the question again.
No, Honorable.
If you were duly appointed by the president and given your appointment letter, would you have allowed the former lead counsel, Ms. Ami Bensouda, to usurp your powers?
No, Honorable.
Why? Why would you not allow her?
Because the appointment letter will help me to a very large extent to defend myself to the presence of the lead counsel.
So now, can you tell this committee, how did the absence of an appointment letter hinder your operations? You have the entire time. Tell us.
To a very large extent.
Add context to that. We want to understand.
Because, I mean, if an appointment letter was issued to me, I don't think I would have, gotten the treatment that I received at the commission from the mission.
If an appointment letter, or if you were duly appointed, you don't think you would have gotten the treatment you received from the lead counsel at the commission. We want you to elaborate. You are on a fact-finding mission. You want to understand what happened. And the main reason you want to understand what happened is I will refer you to RS 81. Go to RS 81. Are you at RS 81?
Yes.
Can you interpret RS 81 for us? And maybe that will make you understand why I want you to elaborate as to how the lack of your due appointment hindered your operations. Explain RS 81 to us.
RS 81 was something that I created based on my own understanding of how the commission operates. When I was asked to submit a copy of the organogram of the commission, unfortunately there was none, so I had to create this one in order to enable me to submit to the commission.
So now, tell us this. Does RS 81 reflect a true understanding of how the Jammeh Commission was supposed to operate?
Yes.
Okay, then go ahead.
The commissioners were answerable, directly under the chairman, chairperson of the commission, and the assistant secretary who was answerable to the chairperson of the commission. And then you have the lead counsel office and team, and below the assistant secretary's office, you have the admin team, the accountants, security reporters, the auditors, and others.
So it means if you look at the organogram,
Yes.
you as the secretary,
Yes.
you were directly answerable to the chairperson.
Chairperson.
The admin team was answerable to you.
Yes.
The accountants were answerable to you.
Yes.
The security were answerable to you. The reporters and the transcribers.
Yes.
Which means every other staff at the Jammeh Commission, with the exception of the lead counsel and the other commissioners, we are all answerable to you. So that's how powerful you were. And now, do you understand how your non-performance have punctured the operations of the Jammeh Commission? Or at least, can you visualize it?
If I may ask, Honorable, what do you mean by my non-performance?
You said there was a lot of interference in your job.
Yes.
Not so.
Yes.
Which means you didn't have the latitude or the environment to execute your functions in accordance with what? The laid down principles or guidelines.
Can I come in? The interference was there well before I moved to the commission. Because my predecessor, Mr. Mamadi Kurang, was appointed by the president, and they were all sworn in. But interference was still there.
But I told you this earlier on. With your predecessor, they were not successful because that's why his service was terminated. But with you, they never terminated your service. You were there up to the end of the commission. So they succeeded. So that's why I'm telling you, I'm asking you now, can you imagine how your non-performance have really hindered the transparency and accountability that we all envisage with regards to the operations of the Ghana Fund. Can you imagine it? So that's why I want you to elaborate. Tell us. Because if you don't tell us, it will just become a hearsay. You need to elaborate and tell us how was the lead counsel interfering in your operations.
I already explained this.
So what you explained was a given. That your staff were always in her office. That was brought to you by lead counsel Jiba. That they were always communicating with her. Those are given. That can happen anywhere. Maybe they had a very smooth personal relationship. You want to know in the operations of the Ghana Fund, and in direct correlation to the functions of the secretary, what actions or inactions or omissions were committed by the lead counsel that makes you drive to the conclusion that indeed she was interfering in your operation?
The incoming mail
Yes.
and the exhibit.
Tell us. What about the incoming mails?
The incoming mails, I already explained here that they were from, corresponded to that we are going directly to her office without passing through the secretariat. I explained that, and that should have not been the case. Because all incoming mails must pass through the secretariat before they are forwarded to their respective address.
It's because when you resume your responsibility, she wrote something like a sort of an engagement letter between your office and our office. And I can remember the lead counsel probing you on that issue. And there was a section of that engagement letter where she clearly stated that all mails must pass through her before going to the chairperson. Are you together?
Yes.
RS4. Thank you very much, lead counsel. Let's go to RS4. Yes. Let's go to RS4. In the spirit of time, I would fast track because I promised Chair that we have to close by 12. If you look at RS4, I will read, RS4.
Yes, Council. Already.
It's dated 11th of July, 2018, and you were only appointed on the 9th of July.
Yes.
So it means you were appointed on the 9th of July. Honorable Mama de Kurang got his marching orders on the 10th of July. On the 11th of July, the lead counsel wrote to you. And the subject was work between council's office and secretariat. If you look at the memos, emails, and outgoing communications, under point 2, it reads, all incoming letters addressed to council or secretary from outside usually passes to secretariat. All should be forwarded to council. In case of letters addressed to secretary, copies should be sent to council and vice versa. This was the common understanding she was expecting from you. So should you be surprised when mails were bypassing your office?
I was equally surprised.
But she sent you this.
After issuing me with this, yes, that's why I was surprised.
No, what I'm saying is,
That things were happening.
she issued you this memo
Yes.
barely 48 hours after your appointment.
Yes.
And you just explained the organogram. And based on the organogram, you were not answerable to her. Did you make any writing in response to this memo?
I said no, I didn't.
Why?
I said this is that I didn't.
Why?
I only complained to the commissioner, and they asked.
Was it because that you are not duly appointed and you were scared that if you complain, you'll be sent packing like what they did to Mama Dikra?
Honorable, it would have been better if I was sent passing back to the
No,
rather
Miss,
than
Mr. Matulai, sir,
rather than
you have the opportunity. You are a civil servant. You were appointed. You are well trained. You are a master's degree holder. Currently, you have over 25 years of what? Continued service. Why should you be afraid of doing the right thing? Why? You only complain at the corridors of the commission. So the lead counsel, in effect, wasn't hijacking your role. In fact, you gave her all your responsibilities. Because 48 hours after your appointment, or after your redeployment, I don't know how to call it because there's no record of that either, she sent you a memo. In the file, did you find any memo with the heading, Working Relationship between Council's Office and Secretariat, which was sent to your predecessor? Can you speak to the mic?
no. I can't say no.
No, it will be no, because it did not exist. It did not exist. Your reporting line was directly to the chairperson. So now we have the incoming mails. Apart from the mails, how else was he interfering?
I said it, the tractor sales.
Yes, we have the tractor sales. Apart from the tractor sales, earlier on you said the incoming mails and another one, which is different from the
I said
tractor.
the tractor sales.
The tractor sales. Okay,
Yeah.
apart from the tractor sales, which one?
Those are the two, only two that I can
Those are the only two that you can remember.
remember.
But based on this working relationship that was authored by the lead counsel of the Jammeh Commission, the conditions are more than two. You also said the exhibits. Now I recall.
Yes, the exhibit.
Yes. Can you tell us about the exhibits? What happened with the exhibits? And what are exhibits? You want to know what are exhibits?
The exhibits were the evidence which most of them from the witness.
And this will include
Someone,
summons,
their statement,
their statements.
their submissions.
Okay, tell us.
Yes.
Why do you believe that she was interfering in your work as a secretary with respect to the exhibit?
It was going into the office requesting for documents without my.
And all the exhibits should be under your authority.
Yes. Whatever is going out, I know.
And who was
What is
the,
going to who and to where, yes.
internally, what were the rules governing the protection, maintenance, and securing of evidence?
Evidence. Like the council said in the between that, I'm the custodian. I was the custodian of all records of the commission.
Perfect.
So whatever was going out or coming back, or what was going out and not coming back, I should know, because I will be held responsible for any missing documents.
Perfect. So now you said council was going down asking for evidence from your people. Who was she normally asking?
There was a typist, there was a secretary, and another one from the business staff. A legal staff.
Can you give us?
They were the ones responsible for all
Can
the
you-
reports for the secretary.
Can you give us one
They
example?
were the ones managing records.
Can you give us one example?
Example of
Just one situation where she went and then had custody of an exhibit without going through the right process that will be coming through you.
yes, the exhibits were there, and that whenever she was in need, I don't know, I can only use the word need of the exhibit, they will go directly to the custodians of the record and take them away without my knowledge.
And did you make any writing equally to that effect?
Honorable, I said it here this afternoon that I lodged a complaint against her and was asked to concentrate on the work because time was not on their side.
So, Mr. Sir,
Yes.
is it your submission that you were redeployed to the Ghana Commission without being duly notified?
Without being fully notified. I said this, here that the AG convened a meeting between me and one of my staff members, informing us about my movement to the Ghana Commission. I was informed,
And
but
is that
I
the-
was also given a copy of this notification addressed to the chairperson of the commission, sent along to the
But I
chairperson.
think we have passed that level.
Yes, I
We
was
have
notified.
established the fact that you were not notified as a person. And we've established the fact that you were supposed to be notified as a person. We've established the fact that
Through a letter, you mean?
Sir,
Appointment
please speak
letter.
into the mic. Please
Huh?
bring the mic close.
yes,
Okay.
that verbal
Through an
instruction.
appointment letter,
Yes.
which the promise was that
No, wait. No. You are blending two things. I will
Okay.
come to the appointment letter. Now we are drawing conclusions from
Okay.
our interface.
Okay.
Were you duly notified of your appointment? By writing?
Verbally, yes.
By writing. Verbally, okay, now, let's cross that bridge. Is verbal communication the standard for appointments in the public sector?
Yes, if it is to be followed by a letter, a formal
Wait.
letter, appointment letter, yes.
Miss Sir, a seasoned technocrat who served for 25 years,
Yes.
you're telling this committee that verbal appointment is the norm?
But this one was coming from my supervisor. This was not coming from the PMO.
Miss Sir,
The PMO will issue
Miss,
appointment.
Miss Sir,
Yes.
had it been that after a day, 2 or 3, an appointment letter was sent to you, one can say that the former AG called you to have your consent before effecting the appointment. Appointments and seeking for consent are different. So I will ask you the question again. Is verbal communication the standard for appointments in the public service?
That's what the standard on labels.
In this
But
case,
since
were you given an appointment letter?
I said no.
You were not given an
I was-
appointment
I
letter.
said
So this
no.
is why I said, is it your submission that we are never duly notified?
Formally no.
Thank you.
Formally no.
It's not difficult to say that. Okay? And secondly, is it your submission that the lack of appointment really hindered your office?
I said yes. That's what I said.
And that is your submission.
Yes.
Hmm? And finally, Ms. Sar, it's already 8 o'clock. You can just give me 5 minutes on top of it, and then I will get this, because Honorable Jammeh have done a greater chunk of my work to that effect. Yes. So, to make it easy, Secretariat, I would appreciate if you can give RS 53 and RS 80 to Ms. Sar. Just open the 2 pages simultaneously. Yes. Mm. Miss Sarah, are you there? Okay. RS53 is the handing over note
Yes.
between you and Alaji Mamadipura.
Yes.
And then RS80 is the handing over note
80 or 18.
RS80, not 18, 80. Are you there? So I'll take it again. RS53 is the handing over note dated on the 20th of July 2018 between yourself and your predecessor, who is Alaji Mamadipura. And RS80 dated on the 11th of June 2020 is the handing over note between yourself and the Honorable Solicitor General and Legal Secretary, witnessed by Mr. Aliu Jallow.
Yes.
I did some
Former.
reconciliations. After doing the reconciliations, I know that apart from the pistols, the gold coins, the arms and ammunition, all the other items were handed over to the Solicitor General,
Yes.
with the exception of few.
Yes.
Look at RS53.
Yes.
In RS53, look at number 8. Are you at number 8?
4 precious stones from Badari.
From Badari.
Yes.
Okay, now just flip to RS80. Are you at RS80?
Yes.
Read number 6.
GO7 precious stones.
Can you reconcile the two? This one is 4 precious stones,
Yes.
okay, from Badari in bracket GEO7.
Yes.
In RS53, the number of precious stones was 25. When Alaji Mamadipura was given to you, the quantity was there.
Yes.
But when you were handing it over to the former Solicitor General, you
Yes.
don't know how many you gave him. Was it 1? Was it 2? Was it 3? Was it 4? Was it 5? Was it 6? Can you tell us how many of the precious stones you handed over to the former Solicitor General?
There's some other handed over.
There is another handing over. I can direct you to that.
Yes. Wait.
The other handed over you are referring to is RS54. And it's RS54. Can you go to RS54?
Yes. RS64.
Are you there?
Yes.
RS54 is the arms and ammunition.
Ammunition. Yes.
So the arms and ammunition, the pistols,
Yes.
all of those, you reconcile them.
Yes.
They are given in full.
Okay.
So you know that we are safe with you. You are not having a pistol.
Okay.
You know? But now we are after the other item.
Yes.
That's why our concentration is between RS53 and RS80. Now, can you tell us how many of the precious stones did you hand over to the Solicitor General? You received 4 from Malaji Mamadi.
Yes.
How many did you give? Or why didn't you quantify them when you were handing it over?
It's 4.
How do you know it's 4? When you were receiving it, it was clearly written 4.
Yes.
When you were giving it back, nothing was written against it. How do we know it's 4? Where are the precious stones now?
In the safe,
Who is having the key of the safe?
Mr. Aliu Jallow.
Where is the safe?
In my office.
How come you hand it over and the safe comes back yours?
It's in the same office. I must try in the same office. That's the office of the Deputy Permanent Secretary.
That's the office of the Deputy
Deputy
Commander.
Permanent Secretary.
And you don't have the key.
No, no.
Who is having the key?
Mr. Aliu Jallow.
Mr. Aliu Jallow.
Aliu Jallow.
What is Aliu Jallow's position right now?
Aliu was the former Registrar General. Former acting Registrar General.
Why is Mr. Aliu Jallow
The
having the
director.
Allow me. Why is Mr. Aliu Jallow having the key when the substantial office that the items were handed over is the Solicitor General? So why do you leave the key with Mr. Aliu Jallow?
The former Solicitor General, Aliu was set right there. Told Aliu to be present. That's why Aliu has to sign there as my witness.
Yes.
Yes.
Ali is only
And
a
the
witness.
people handed over to Ali.
You did not give the items to Ali. Ali was a witness. The items were handed over to the Solicitor General and Legal Secretary. They were not handed over to an individual. They were handed over to our office.
Okay.
Is Ali the current Solicitor General and Legal Secretary?
No, Executive Director of NALA, National Agency Against Legal.
Which means Ali is no longer working in Emoji. Is he still your staff?
NALA, yes. NALA is under the office, under the Minister of Justice.
Nala is
NALA
under Emoji.
yes.
Okay, but he's no longer
His
stationed
office
here.
is in Bakau.
One, he's no longer stationed here. And two, he's not the substantial holder of the office of the Solicitor
Honorable.
General.
Honorable, can I weigh in?
Yes, please.
I don't believe NALA is under the ministry. It is financially, in budgetary terms, yes.
They are
it is.
subventions.
Yes, in budgetary terms, it is under the ministry, but functionally, they are independent.
Thank you, Council. So, which means Council have just substantiated my point. You see, if you take me to law, legal, it will be muddy waters for me. But we have a backup. So now it means I can comfortably say that NALA is not under MOJ. And even if at all NALA was under MOJ, Ali is not the Solicitor General and Legal Secretary.
But
And
I
the-
handed them over to the Solicitor General and he said, Ali, you take this.
It's not
Then
the-
Ali was the Acting Registrar General.
Allow me. Do you know why I'm questioning you?
Yeah. No.
Based on two things. You are occupying the office where the safe is.
Yeah.
And you did the handing over to the Solicitor General and Legal Secretary. Which means morally, ethically, and professionally, it is binding on you. If you realize that the key is not with the substantial holder. So I think I am supporting the application that was forwarded by Honorable Jammeh. Honorable Chair, first, you don't need the items. If you tell Ali to go for the items, if they are missing, it will be a problem. Let the summon be that Ali, herself and the current Solicitor General, go with our investigators and let this safe be opened in front of the investigators by Monday. And they take inventory of it. Yes. Okay? Can you make that sum? Yes.
Don't you think we have a legal right to hold the Solicitor General responsible, because he is the one that these things are handed over. So whoever he gives the keys to, we hold him responsible.
Yes. That's the former Solicitor General.
The
No,
former.
the
Not
current.
the current. No, not the current.
The
one.
former. The former.
Yeah.
This was in 2019.
Okay.
We'll get to that. That's why first I want an inventory to be conducted. So we'll allow legal, work on that application, and then do it before the end of the session. Yes, legal will work on the wordings of the application, and to ensure that the inventory is taken in a transparent and accountable way. You know?
Means that we are going to modify the previous
Yes.
application by
If they work on the application and we realize that they can complement each other, that's fine.
Okay.
If at all they cannot, then we can be put
We're
on
asking
as
for all the items.
Yes, my interest is, I want us as committee members to see this item, to confirm with our two eyes, the stones and everything.
Honorable, you would see them, but you also have people working for you. Let the investigators go. They are our eyes and ears. Take an inventory, and we expand the order that they bring the item.
Honorable Chair, we will do the needful.
Can you do that?
We will do the needful.
Okay, fine. Then I will proceed. Can Miss Sar,
Yes, on the
so as of now, you cannot tell us whether the precious stones you handed over were 431 also. Not so. Let's get to know that. Now I move to another item. Go to RS 80.
yes,
Look at number 9.
one item soon.
One ITEL phone. I look at the handing over between you and Alhaji Mamadi Pura. I didn't see this item phone anywhere, but I saw it being handed over to the Solicitor General. How did this item phone come into your possession?
It was part of his belongings.
How did it come to your possession? This was not among the items that Alhaji Muhammad Kura gave you. So the committee will be interested. If at all the commission made other findings after your predecessor's departure or during your time, you'll be interested in that list. Because this is a new item that was not given to you.
There's a memo that chairperson addressed to my predecessor, Mr. Muhammad Kura, for some items that were not handed over to me. I'm not sure whether it was part of the request, those requested items.
If that memo is what you are referring to, no. I will refer you to.
The in-camera meeting.
Don't worry. Let me guide you now.
It's here. RS 55.
I am there.
Yes. Local visit reports. Minutes of in-camera session.
There is nowhere in that memo where the item phone is. Okay?
The item phone.
Ms. Sir,
Yes.
did the commission
Yes. Yes.
make discoveries of new items after Mamadi Kura's departure?
No.
Then how did you have the item phone, which was not among the items that were given to you? Where did it come from?
But it was part of the items that were under the custody of the secretariat.
Go to RS.
So I have to just, since I am handing over everything, it doesn't belong to me. Then I decided to just hand it over to the former Solicitor General and legal secretary.
That's very generous of
Yes.
you. That is very generous of you. But every item you have
Yes.
must have a source.
Yes.
It must come from somewhere.
Yes.
They will not come as being false. The items that were handed over to you, you were able to trace their source from an inventory that was done earlier on. But the additions in your handing over note between you and the Solicitor General,
Yes.
you don't know where they came from.
The item soon was to the secretariat. And since when I was handing over the items,
Who gave it to you? Was it given to you by?
It was at the secretariat.
No, wait.
I don't know whether it was for our own use or what. I decided to hand it over to the ministry since it doesn't belong to us, together with all the other items that we appropriate for the commission.
Chair, I want to apply that Ms. Sar tells this committee the source of the item phone that she handed over to the Solicitor General as per the memo and handing over note dated on the 11th of 2023.
Let me be on the right page. We were going back and forth with her on it, didn't we?
Yes.
And
She can't tell us where it is coming, so we want to know.
okay.
And the motive behind is we're interested to know where the additional items, where the additional properties were really discovered
During
by
my
the commission.
tenure, during my tenure. No.
No.
Now I think, Mr. The task here is there is a new item found
Yes.
which was not in the previous, and the committee is interested to know how you come to realize
Not the
that.
item.
Yes, that's the expression we need. How did the item come into your knowledge.
Okay.
Good. Thank you. Mr. Go to RS 53.
Yes.
Are you in RS 53?
Yes.
Look at the ex-president's DVDs. That should be on the second page. Number 12. Can you read number 12?
Yes, the last item.
Read it.
10 ex-presidents, President BGB.
Okay. Then go to RS 80.
RS 80.
Can you read number 10 for us?
Number 10 is ex-president BGB.
Just like what happened with the Fisher stones.
Yes. The number is not indicated.
On the 20th of July, when you are receiving it from your predecessor, it was 25. You know it was 10. On the 11th of June 2020, when you are giving it to the Solicitor General, we don't know how much. But I'll ask you, can you recall how many DVDs you gave your predecessor?
It should be 10.
Can you recall? It should be.
10.
Is it possible to do away with it should? Can you recall how many? Is it 10 or you can't recall how many?
It can only be 10.
It can only be 10.
Only be 10.
So you handed over 10, right?
Yes.
Okay. The investigators will confirm that.
Okay.
Let us move to stay in RS 80.
Yes.
Look at number 11.
Budget fees.
What are budget fees?
Yes.
Because budget fees were not part of the handing over note. What are budget fees?
Budget is the president's empowerment for girls' education budget.
Yes.
Yes.
The fees.
Yes.
In your handing over note, go to RS 53.
53, yes.
In your handing over note, number 9, says 36 executive vehicle fees.
Yes. From Quran.
That's what Quran gave you.
Yes.
But for you, you gave us back a blank budget fees.
Where, oh, okay, 11, number 11.
I'm not telling you the two are the same.
Okay, the number.
In the late council's voice, I would say we are not bonding on this.
Yes.
We are not bonding. I'm not telling you the budget fees equals to the 36 executive. That. What I'm telling you is the budget fees are an addition, whereas the 36 executive vehicle fees cannot be verified in your own handing over to the Solicitor General. Can you tell us what's happening there?
The budget fee.
Did you receive the budget fees from the handing over with your predecessor?
Yes, they were from him.
They were from him.
Yes.
Then look at the list on RS 53 and tell us which one of them is the budget fee. Tell us in RS 53, which one is the budget fee?
I want to believe 9, number 39.
Number 39.
The executive vehicle fee.
Okay? Now, let's assume you are right.
What's the point of fee here? Yes. It must have been a typo error.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, Andre. Honorable,
Give us your answer before I ask you. from the list of the handing over between you and your predecessor?
I said,
Which one?
it can be number 9. Number
It
9
can
is
be
36 executive vacancies.
36
PR10A, yes.
36.
PR10A.
Okay, let's assume you are right. Let's assume there are the 36 executive vacancies that were given to you by your predecessor.
Yes.
Why did you fail to quantify them on the 11th of June 2020 when you were handing them over to the Solicitor General? Because in number 11, all we have there is project fees.
Yes.
Why did you fail to quantify them? We don't know what fees are there. Are they car keys, office keys?
Only we will find out.
No.
From the team.
Miss Sir, you were there.
Yes.
You received from your predecessor in 2018.
Yes.
And you handed over
Yes.
to the Solicitor General in 2020. We don't need to find out in the future. We need to know now. You tell us. Tell us, what are these project fees? Are they additions? New items?
No.
New assets?
It's 9. 36 executive vacancies.
They are the 36 executive
Yes, it was
fees.
not typed properly.
So are you sure that the entire 36 was given to the Solicitor General?
Yes.
Why did you fail to
Yes.
quantify it in your handing over?
This is
Now,
what
this
I'm
is-
saying, that it was not typed properly.
Sir, didn't you go through it? At least for once, take responsibility. We can forgive you that the people working under you were having breakfast, lunch at the late council's office. But we cannot forgive you for not verifying your own handing over note. So now, how do we know that these are the 36 projects? You want us to take count on your works?
But I have the belief that. it was
Remember,
36.
we'll do the inventory. The
Yes, this is-
investigators will go.
Yes, this is what I'm saying, that we'll find out.
No, we will not find out. That day, whatever we find in that case, we'll
Yes.
correlate it with the evidence you are giving us now. So that's why, if you don't know, tell us I don't know. And then we'll hold you accountable for doing an inefficient handing over. Where you are sure, you give us the answer. We just want the truth. So are you assured that this is the 36 executive faculties that was
Yes,
handed
I'm
over?
ready. Yes.
Okay, in that case, then let's move. Go to RS 53.
Yes.
Bunch of various things. You didn't hand this over to the Solicitor General. What are these things? This bunch that you received from your predecessor. What were they?
We were unable to tell the type of fees they were, whether they were door fees or cabinet fees, filing cabinet fees, or vehicle fees. They were not cabinet vehicle fees. So
When
we
you
were
see,
unable
you
to
were
tell.
not able to tell.
No, to tell. No.
It was you and who?
This is what was handed over to me.
By,
from Quran.
by the predecessor.
Yes, yes.
So which means when you say we, you mean yourself and Alaji Mamadi Quran.
And Quran, yes.
You were not able to tell what these fees were for.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
How many were there?
It was a bunch.
It was a
They
bunch.
were in a polythene bag.
But at
a
least he
plastic
gave
bag.
you those fees, right?
Yes, it is.
Where were they when you were handing over to the Solicitor General? Because they are not part of your handing over note.
They were in the big bag, the big boxes that were packed at the secretariat.
Show us the big boxes in your handing over. They are not seeing it. Go to RS 80. There is nowhere that we are seeing the big boxes.
There's an order handing over note.
Where is that?
Under I did that handing over and left. I
Where,
had to pay back for this one.
where is that handing over? You want to say? And before looking into it, why did
I
you
have it.
No, wait. Let's get it. Forget that handing over. Why did you misclassify it? Can you go back? Go back to RFA, please. Yes, go back to RFA.
Yes.
They were classified as keys, all of these items, when you were receiving them.
Yes.
Why did you misclassify them and put them in boxes when you were giving it to the police?
In boxes.
Why didn't you do your handing over same way that you received them? You said they were in boxes, not. Okay, now tell us, how did you hand them over? Where can you find this bunch of keys in your handing
The
over?
keys?
Yes.
They are in the safe. They are in the safe.
They're in the safe.
Those that are here are in the safe.
Miss Sir,
Yes.
the handing over between you and the former Solicitor General, this
Yes.
is contained in RFA.
Yes.
There is no way that we can relate to the bunch of keys. So my question is in direct reference to that.
The bunch of keys.
Yes.
I saw them somewhere this morning.
Yes. It's already 6:30. I want to apply that Ms. Sent the documents to fill in the handing over of those bunch of keys to the Secretariat. And on that note, yes. Thank you, Chair. I will stop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honorable members. Regan, any clarification or follow-up?
Yes, just a few. Mr. Yes, sure. Mr. Honorable, very good. I just want to take you back on a memo written by Ms. Bensouda, because the things that I saw in it, if you look at the last paragraph of the memo, I just want to confirm. If I may read, I have had to move significant resources from my law firm, including personnel, computers and hardware, and providing funding facilities. My question is, these personal computers and hardware that she moved to the commission to support,
Yes.
do you know the whereabouts of these gadgets? Or if I may put it in the other
They
way.
were in her office at the commission.
Yes, so after the commission,
She must have taken them back to her.
she must have taken them back to her house.
To her
Okay,
office.
to her office.
Yes.
On that note, Chair, I want to apply that. Let the investigators have access to that computer and the gadget he mentioned in RS 69.
Yes.
Yes. Also, the third to last paragraph of the same document. Let me just confirm with you before she will come. Yes, 69. The same letter, the entail, that is the third to last paragraph. Yes, she wrote, for the records, not my concern, but for the records. That is the third to last paragraph of the document. Are you with me?
Yes, unbelievable.
Okay, let me read. For the record, since what I earn is of such a great concern, the monthly fees for the legal team from my firm, 3 lawyers and 1 intern. As a Secretary General, or as this former Secretary rather,
Yes.
when Ms. Ben was appointed,
Yes.
do you know at what capacity was she appointed? Was she appointed at individual level, or she was appointed as a firm?
I have never come across
Okay, don't worry.
appointment letter.
Okay, let me just continue, yeah?
Okay.
Paid to my law firm.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Paid to my law firm for our services is $450,000 net, including all expenses. Hmm?
Yes.
Good. I still want to confirm, since you were the one raising payment vouchers. Hmm?
Yes.
Is it true that Miss Ben was paid $450,000?
I am not sure what I saw. I think it was 500.
It is 500,000 instead of 450,000.
I am not sure. Yes.
You are not
That
sure,
is
but
what
you
I
think you were
500.
raising 500,000.
Yes.
Now I also want to apply that those specific requests that you made to the Accountant General, if you can provide us with an evidence of those requests, specifically for the then lead counsel.
The payment voucher.
Yeah, the payment vouchers that you raised
Yes.
for the payment of the then lead counsel.
Okay.
Because now I'm getting two figures. With what she wrote, she said $450,000. With you said you think it should be $500,000.
Around.
Yeah, just
I
get
am not
us
sure.
the request.
Okay.
I believe that will be able to lead us. Aside from that, Ms. Shah,
Yes.
which bank are you banking with?
First Bank.
How many accounts do you hold?
I have one.
No, I don't want you to read them. I just want to confirm how many accounts do you hold?
Two.
Two.
My daughters and my own.
Okay, what I want you to do for us is to write down these two account numbers, share with the with either
The secretariat.
the secretariat or the councils,
Okay.
and by extension, I want to apply that we have statements of those two accounts
Okay.
of yours
No
for
problem.
clarity purpose. Also, you talked about policy around secondment. Yeah? And also the former AG kept emphasizing on this specific policy that he relied on for some of you people to go for a secondment. If I may ask, is this a written policy?
Well, the policy that's to use, I've never seen that policy before.
As a seasoned public or civil servant, normally, are policies written or otherwise?
Yes.
They are written. Okay, now, what I want you to do, I will also apply for you to go back to the Ministry of Justice and get us a written policy that gives directives for staffs to be moved either internally or outside that institution. You are the DPS, the technician, I believe.
But I don't have access to this office.
It don't have to be in his office. I'm talking about the Ministry of Justice. If there is any policy document that dictates for personnel to go for secondment, and you said normally policies are written.
Yes, but the policy that you're talking about, I don't know that
So
particular
this is why I want you to go and make a search.
unless I call him.
It's either you call
He
him.
was here.
No, I know he was here. I know very well. And not everything can reflect in our minds at a time. So depending on how things actually comes in our mind, we would also advise on what we should request for. And you being a technician and a deputy permanent secretary, I want to believe you should either draft such policies on behalf of the ministry, or the permanent secretary should be in a position to put together such policies and be adopted by the minister and team. So, you know, we cannot be bored with every action was guided by a policy
when we cannot lay eyes on those policies or hands on those policies. It will be fair.
I am not sure whether he was asked which particular policy he was referring to.
He said he was asking about secondment, having some of you move from MOJ to the Jammeh Commission. And he said that decision was influenced by a policy directive. And that was a policy that he embraced as a minister in helping his staffs to get an experience. So as such, I believe this policy document should be at the ministry. And it will be fair if it is there for you to provide it to us by Tuesday. If it is not, just write to us and say it's not available.
I'll get this one on call.
Yes, in case you don't find it, please revert back to us and tell us there is no policy concerning secondment of staff of Ministry of Justice.
Okay. Okay.
Good. A very final one. That is going to be an application. I want Commissioner or former Commissioner Abisose, Abiose George, to come forward for a statement to be taken from him latest on or before next Friday. And Council, I'll be very much interested to have this statement, please. Very well. Chair, with your permission. Thank you.
Thank you very much, honorable members. Honorable Council, lead Council, back to you now for any follow-up.
Thank you. Just a few clarifications. Do you want us to take 5 minutes? Okay. Okay. So when did you find out that the storage room that files were being kept in was wide open? Was it when you went back to the Ministry of Justice or when the committee asked for submission?
Sorry, I said when I came back last year, August.
And
The former director was working on some documents.
that's
Right?
that's the director of civil litigation,
yes.
Mr. Binga.
Yes.
You mentioned, right? Okay, so we are informed reliably by our investigation team. When I say we, I mean the committee, that some flash drives were kept at the end of the commission, and soft copies of all documents were kept in those flash drives. Were you given these flash drives?
Yes, it was about 4 flash drives that were used by the secretariat.
Where are those flash drives at?
They must have been handed over to the ministry.
Okay, your answer. I don't want to reenact your conversation with Honorable Fofana, but the answer is not definitive. But I would ask that you provide those flash drives to the committee, or at the very least recall where they are, whether they were part of the handing over or not.
They are part of the handing over.
You can point them out.
I don't know where they are now.
Can you point them out
Where?
on the handing over notes? RS63. Sorry, not 63. My apologies. You have not submitted that yet. You did say that you had seen it. You were going to submit it.
As part of missing something.
Yes. You had mentioned that you kept a copy
I
for
will-
yourself.
yes,
One
I
was
will.
incomplete.
Yes.
But may I ask,
I will
the
go
copy
back.
that you sent to
Yes.
the ministry, or that you left with the ministry. Was that one complete?
Yes, it was a complete one. I will check in the COI file, the Commission of Inquiry file.
Okay, please do.
Okay.
You had an interface with Honorable Fofana about documents retrieved by lead counsel directly.
Yes.
And I just wanted to establish whether within the Secretariat there's a mechanism to account for the chain of custody, to account for documents, basically. Is there such a mechanism?
Yes.
What was it?
The typist and the secretary there and custodian that report.
And when an official of the commission would like a copy or to analyze the report, the original report, is there a protocol on how they should go about it? Do they write a memo? Should they just walk up to the person who is in physical custody? Should they come to you for approval? How should it go?
They were to write. They were expected to write requesting for particular whatever activity. Or they come to me directly, then I will direct the custodian
Okay.
to fill them out.
That's fine. Let's look at RS 3053 one. The handing over notice you are looking at. On the second page, 53. On the second page, at the top, number 12, 10 ex-president.
President, DVD.
No, stop, my apologies. The first page. Hold on. Number 10, rather. My apologies.
The first page.
On the second page.
One Dell laptop, Inspiron.
Yes. He needs nature is gone. So do we hold on for this? We do not have a quorum.
Okay. Let's follow for a minute and we'll come back.
Chair. All right. Number 10, the Dell laptop. I wish to ask whether it was the former secretary's laptop or the former president's laptop. Former secretary. So it was his working laptop. Secretariat. So who used it exactly? And is the laptop still in your possession? The reason I ask is if you note. Oh wow, it seems like you need to answer the question all over again, Mr.
Sorry.
The Dell laptop, is it Mr. Kurang's laptop or the former president's laptop?
Yes, the former secretary's laptop, which I was also using.
Okay, it was a working laptop that you inherited. And the reason I ask about the laptop is it says that it has a series of electronic files. So there are files being kept in that laptop. Where is that laptop currently?
Well, it was handed over to Emoji in 2019.
Okay. If I may just ask, I know you had a stint where you are not in Emoji, but you are back there now. Would this be kept as part of the document? Or would it be redeployed to different use?
Yes. It is not in that room.
Now, the commission submitted its report in March, 29th of March of 2019.
Yes.
Can you explain why you were still holding official items until the 11th of June?
No, the items that I handed over in June, they are those that we are in school. They were all handed over to the ministry, but I just needed something. Just to start with and see for that. I have definitely handed over to them. These items to them. I didn't see this day for me.
But were the items handed over in the initial handing over, the handing over note that you are about to provide for us? The one that you mentioned is incomplete. Are these items reflected there? The ones on the safe?
I am not sure whether they are. That's handed over me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I just wanted to hand over the CC before my. And I wanted him to sign for it. That will have to be.
All right, I'm still perplexed to why you had them in your possession still, even after the commission had concluded this mandate.
It was kept in that office, and when I left, it's the office of the DPA.
It was kept in the office, but it was. But the question is, was it handed over to the ministry?
To the ministry, yes.
In your initial handing
Yes,
over?
yes.
Okay. Were there any other items that were kept in your possession?
Apart from no.
No. Okay, just look at RS 83. Let's actually begin with 82. 82 and 83, just a question from both, and then before we...
I'm on 83.
All right. You see, 82 is a letter written to Augustus Prom on the 21st day of December 2018, and you signed it off.
Yes.
You copied the lead counsel and commissioners.
And lead counsel, yes.
If you see the first line, well, the caption for the record is legal fees paid to Banderabe Associates. And the first line states that at the meeting with the commissioners on the 9th of October 2018, you provided an update on status of court cases which affect companies under the commission's mandate, all of which are being handled by Mr. Gabriel Barr of the above law firm. Now, the minutes of that meeting of the 9th day of October 2018. You would have been present, correct?
Oh, okay. I thought you need a copy of the minutes.
Of course, we're coming to that, but you were present.
9 October.
Present in a meeting with Augustus Prom, the receiver at the time. A meeting where it was discussed, and I believe predominantly by the lead counsel, that the fees being charged were exorbitant and they demanded a reduction. Do you recall that meeting?
Counsel, I am not sure, but I look for a copy of the minutes.
Great. Let's move on to 83. I just wish for you to explain to the committee RS 83, whether it was made and when it was made. There's a date indicated there. Was it your own initiative or was it as part of the
Sorry,
commission?
I'm from the one.
That's fine.
83. 83.
Yes.
I'm on 83. RS 83.
RS 83 is not part of the commission's document, correct? Sir, just go to the last page. Let me guide you. I'm sure the whole room is fatigued. Yeah?
My sister,
My apologies. But this has to be done.
yes, the last page. I'm on the last page.
Okay, the last page indicates the date.
Yes, 4th June 2025.
That was this year.
Yes.
So this is not part of the committee's record, the commission's record.
No, the
It was
committee,
your initiative.
you requested for a list, staff list.
Yes.
Yes, and I prepared it.
This was your attempt to guide the
To
committee
guide-
on
Yes,
every single individual's role.
yes,
And you provided all their specific roles,
yes,
correct?
yes.
All right. Honorable Chair, at this time, we hand back.
Thank you very much, Council. Thank you, colleagues and technical staff.
Honorable
And,
Chair, my apologies. I have a slight omission. I just wish to remark to the witness that it was a difficult day, but I would urge her to take it in good faith and to know that in public service there is always accountability, and to know that she done what she expected to do, and that is to tell the truth and the whole truth. And whatever statement she has uttered here will be verified, and once established as the truth, she would go into the books for helping this committee achieve its mandate. And that is not a small thing, and I want to impress upon her that I've noted the witness has been very gloom, sometimes even breaking in tears, and I've noticed that she's very uncomfortable. And of course, we are all from the same country. We like to remark each other as being one. And I want to assure the witness that she was not targeted. It was done very objectively. Our apologies if it was a bit turbulent, if it was rough, but it just had to be done.
Definitely your job done.
Thank you. Back to you. And perhaps if the chair could allow the witness to have a few remarks after this.
Sir, if you have any remarks to make before we adjourn the session, you can make those remarks now.
I don't have anything, but I have some questions. Oh, yes. I just want to ask in the event that the requested documents are not available. What's this?
Okay, the committee will take that up. All what we need is make your request, and I know during the period of these applications from the members and the council, you are told to provide them, and in the event you don't, you must communicate to the committee. Then the committee will know what to do next.
Okay.
Right, so,
But how soon is it?
well,
Like is it, or?
each of the applications are given timelines, but then you will end up liaising with the investigators. Tell you, they will formalize it certainly. Yeah. And once more, we want to thank you for coming before the committee. And council, I hope you have taken note. In my rough note, I think about 10 applications for Nisar, and I think equally you guys have taken note. So do the needful and formalize it so that we can get some of these things as quickly as possible. As the chair, please. And on that note, we want to adjourn this session until Monday. It has been a very long day. We thank everybody. So meeting is adjourned until Monday, 11 o'clock.
Council, honorable chair and members, council, let me also take this opportunity to thank you for your time, understanding, and support that you rendered to me during this difficult time. I appreciate. So thank you very much for everything. And let me apologize for any inconvenience that I may have put you guys through. I'm really sorry.
You're welcome. Apologies accepted. Thank you.
So there is one pending summons we need to issue to the witness, and it's a very serious summons that she did not put our food or drink our water.